The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. We choke game, how to have a game show. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDEDOG, cause a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac knees, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac knees.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through and wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tire, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man here, getaway drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the
ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
It's hard out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life. So I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? Timed it perfectly. Ready for a dab. Let's kick it off. Let's smoke it up.
All right. Fire 'em up. Smoke weed every day.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. Weed is from the earth. God put this here for me and you. Take advantage.
Take advantage, man. Let's see. Crispy said late. Never late. Always on time. Buffet Boy is Mahomes the MVP so far. I'd say so, right? I mean, the only game they lost was the very first game of the season. I don't think it's going to be Tua, who would be or Tyreek. I mean, shit. What's Tyreek have for the season right now? I mean, he's doing amazing, but he's like not setting records, is he? Let's see. What's he on pace for? Let's see. 902 yards through 7 games. He's on pace for 2,200 right now. He throws down 2,200. That could be MVP worthy. And then Jalen Hurts. I mean, shit. I mean, I know the 49ers are 5-1 right now. I guess it depends on what they do tonight. But let me see. My bad. I had to refresh. Eagles are 6-1 now. And because I mean, it's always going to be like amongst you got to be like one of the top teams, if not the top team. What up, Dion? What up, Emil? What up, Triple X Lex? And Emil said it's Tua. He's the MVP so far. I mean, they took a really bad loss versus the Bills. And let's see. He's 2092 on the yards. Divide that by 7 times 17. I mean, he's on pace to barely crack 5,000. And I mean, the 15 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, on pace for 36. I mean, I don't know. It's nothing super crazy. I mean, the 5,000 yards. He goes for 5,040, and they're number 1 in the East. He probably will get it. But it's also, I mean, man, Tyreek goes over 2,000. That's definitely got to be something. Buffet Boy said, Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
What up, Niner? Said good morning, Bogey and Hustler. Down 4. Opponent has CMC at Brandon Ayuk and Jake Moody. If CMC sits and the Niners win, sounds good to me. There you go. What up, Philly Mike OG? The Niners said Kelsey was balling last night. Boy, was he ever. Was he ever. And Gary said, my buddy telling me Tyreek this year, but we all know it's a QB award. Yeah, I mean, unless you go above and beyond and set some kind of crazy record, you know, you beat some Jerry Rice numbers, like that's something to that's cause to pause. What up, Dennis? What up, stranger? Emil said CMC should be considered in the MVP race also. I mean, gonna be harder now that he got hurt. But what's he have? Yeah, see, not really. 550 rushing yards and 177 receiving yards. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, even total yards. What is that? Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, he's on pace for 1,700 total yards. Like, that's, I mean, the 9 touchdowns, you know, I mean, let's see what that equates to. I mean, he's on pace for 22 touchdowns. I mean, nothing super special. They're winning and they're doing good, but it's not like he's throwing down like some like super insane numbers that we've never seen before. It's got to be insane numbers if he's going to win the MVP. And Brock has to like not do as good. Like, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I'm not saying Brock is going to be the MVP or anything, but he's got 10 passing touchdowns, only 1 INT. Like, see, like if Brock actually like doesn't commit like a shitload of turnovers and stuff, like, yeah, I mean, he's nowhere close to like Tua numbers right now, but I don't know. If Brock Purdy throws for 3,500 and like 20 touchdowns, like that's going to be like super overproducing as a sophomore. And yeah, Niner, he is on pace right now to beat Calvin Johnson's. And Niner said extra game now, I guess. Yeah, because like, let's see what Calvin Johnson. What was it? It was 1964 was the yards. Yeah, 2087 would that would be the direct breakdown. So I feel like, yeah, if he's gonna do, he's got to get over 2100. All right, there we go. Philly Mike OG said dab time. Said if you have your wax ready, let's light those torches. Let's get it. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one.
All right.
Puff, give it this. Baby. Come on. Is that bone? Bone. Let's get it.
I know you know it's gonna be. I know you. But I'm gonna get you high today. Because it's Friday.
You ain't got no job.
And you ain't got shit to do. Don't give me that shit about it's a drug. It ain't no motherfucking drug. I done done the research. It's just a plant. It just grows like that. And then you just
happen to set it on fire.
There are some effects. Just hit the blunt one time. This shit right here. This shit right here. This shit right here. If your life is fucked up, you need weed. Weed is put on this earth for niggas on the struggle, niggas on the grind. There is a chemical in weed that's called fucking.
There we go. Let's get it. All right. Let's get some overreaction Mondays going on. And I want to hear the most overreaction of overreactions. You know, we're getting like real crazy like right now because minus Monday Night Football, we've made it through 7 weeks. 7 weeks of this crazy ass season. What up, Devo? Emil said Cat Williams is the GOAT. He's the man. I got to see him once in person. I can't remember what tour it was from. It was in I think 2012 or 13, something like that. And Crispy says Eckler is ass. Yeah. That's not a super overreaction. Yeah, see, there's an overreaction. Meal said overreaction. Eagles gonna win the Super Bowl. There's an overreaction. And is it even that much of an overreaction? Thing that's crazy is like Dolphins are just front runners. They lost against the teams that we would have said preseason are like locks for the playoffs. Let's see. They whooped on the Chargers, which I said that was going to happen because the Chargers always charger it up, especially early. Beat the Patriots, beat the Broncos, got whooped by the Bills, beat the Giants, beat the Panthers, and then got whooped by the Eagles. Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Dolphins are like, I mean, you can only play who's on your schedule. You can only play who's on your schedule, but Buffet Boy said T-Bag's going to win over the starting job. I mean, I don't know. That's a crazy overreaction there because the fucking the Raiders suck. And I mean, he only threw for 160 yards. All in one show. So what up, my dude? So would you trade Keenan Allen for Andrews and DJ Moore? Nah. Even though it wasn't that good of a game, I'm still holding. Josh Palmer's not going to ball like that every fucking game. And Keenan Allen's not going to be going up against L'Jarius Sneed every game either. And Emil said, nah, it'll be a Chiefs-Eagles in the Super Bowl. I mean, Chiefs look the best out of everybody in the AFC right now. That's for sure. I mean, Ravens did look pretty damn good this past week. That's for sure. Yeah, and Emil, it is the Chiefs defense that's balling right now. This is literally the best Chiefs defense that we've seen since Patrick Mahomes took over. I don't even think it's close. All in one show, Stephon Diggs, Godwin. Higgins and my wide receivers would be nice to add a consistent tight end to my lineup. I'm currently 5-1, hoping for 6-1. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice adding a consistent tight end in there, but why do you got to trade like one of your top two receivers to do it? Yeah, I wouldn't give up the top heavy depth for getting a better lineup and getting a better tight end. You didn't even say who your tight end was. Tim in the house. What up, Tim? Let's smoke it up.
I got shit to do today. What the fuck?
Let's smoke it up. Trying to say KC defense definitely has the best defense since they got Mahomes, period. Yeah, but possibly the worst offensive line, if not definitely the second worst. Like that, I mean, their line is horrible right now. This is like hands down the worst line that they've had since Mahomes took over. Like that's not even close to debatable, right? I mean, shit. Orlando Brown, a huge difference, and can't remember who else they lost, but okay, all in one show says Komet. Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's tough. But yeah, versus, I mean, I know it's tough doing the streaming thing, but I mean, I would just work on streaming versus like trading away one of your best players to go get a tight end. And Buffet Boy, with only 3 more relatively tough games left on the schedule, Jag's going to run the table. I mean, that's a little crazy, but let's see. Jags got the Steelers, then the Niners. There was a tough game. I mean, Titans on paper, I mean, they're not necessarily that tough, but it's a divisional game. Like all these divisional games are going to be tough. Then they play the Texans. Texans already whooped up on them. And the Texans are at home. Then you got the Bengals, then you got the Browns, then the Ravens, Bucks, Panthers, and Titans. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say just 3, especially Steelers at home. I mean, come on, that's a tough game right there. 49ers definitely a tough game. Both Titans games, tough games. Texans game is going to be tough for them. They already lost to the Texans. That's 5. Then the Bengals and the Browns. I mean, and the Ravens. I mean, that's 8 tough games right there. And then even if you want to, push aside the Bucks and the Panthers, I get that, but I see 8 tough games on this schedule right now. And hey, we got Bogey in the house. What up, bud?
Just making sure I don't have a booger. The Jags are all right.
Yeah, I mean, he said they were going to like run the table, and they only had 3 tough games, and I went and I counted 8 tough games for them because the divisional matchups are always going to be tough, and they already lost to the Texans when the Jags were at home.
I mean, the Jags are a type of team they'll fuck it up for themselves for real.
Yeah, but they are looking at 5-2 right now. So what? We're getting some overreaction Monday. What's your overreaction Monday so far for week 7?
The AFC's not as thick as I thought it was. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. Because I guess the Browns and the Steelers and the Ravens.
I guess they're the surprise team. How about that? My overreaction is like a lot of the teams, like for example, the Chargers, right? If anyone thought they were going to be like some world beaters, like they're no.
You definitely don't follow this show if you thought.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the AFC South, like that's. I guess it is deep. I can't say I retract my statement. It is pretty thick. It's ugly.
I think it's crazy that the AFC North could potentially produce
3,
4,
or even.
I mean, look, if the Bengals are the shitty one, the Bengals are the shitty one right now at 3-3, and like now they got their bye week. You know, got Higgins. Like we think will be coming back and stuff. I mean, it's kind of crazy over there because I even said it out of the West. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers didn't make the playoffs and just fuck it up. And of course, they lost to the Cowboys right there. They went to the fork in the road, went the wrong way, and now they're 2-4.
Yeah, and like, when do you get to a point where you're like, all right, let's get the highest pick and try to get fucking Marvin Harrison Jr. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the Chargers get to that level. Too many. There's a few teams in the NFC who I think. I mean, that's where I think the number one. I mean, Panthers and the Cardinals. I mean, just those two.
Panthers don't got no picks.
Yeah,
so that'd be Chicago. Chicago got those picks.
Yeah, but still, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, Panthers.
Cardinals got 2 picks too. They got Texans and their pick. Yeah,
and the Texans. Yeah, and the Texans. I mean, overproducing right now at 3-3. I'd say, and. I mean, the Seahawks, they're doing what they're supposed to do with their schedule.
What are they?
4-2.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's what's crazy because here are the teams in the NFC with 4 wins or more. Eagles, Cowboys, 49ers, Seahawks, Lions, Falcons. That's it. 6 teams.
That was really fugazi.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because they're like good on defense and they're like okay on offense. It just like they execute very poorly, and like we should stream all the defenses against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he likes to throw big old nasty turnovers.
Yeah. And what up, Kang? Kang on Twitch. He said, I'm worried about my 4th round pick, Christian Watson. You should be. He said,
take him in the 4th round.
Yeah, for sure. And he said, should I be scrambling to dump his fragile ass or hopes he can catch a ball? I mean, no one's going to trade for him. And so unless you're talking about dropping him, I mean, you got to just kind of hold.
That's an angry cut.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we've literally only had him for, 3 games out of the year?
Yeah. So, if it's an 8-man league, I'm okay with cutting anybody like that. But if you're talking 10 or 12 team league, you kind of got to hold and hope that he just has a decent game soon. Then you can throw him in a package trade potentially.
If I was that guy, I'd realize that I'm punishing myself for taking him in the 4th round.
And Philly Mike OG said Josh McDaniels is the most overhyped quarterback. I mean, the most hyped coach other than Sean Payton. Was he super hyped, though, when he took over the Raiders? I don't remember anyone thinking Raiders are just going to be instant playoff teams or anything.
It's just always been he's always been one of those names. Like, when he got his head coaching gig for the Broncos, you know what I mean? He got, 3 years and he got into the playoffs one time. They can his ass. He goes back to the nest. back to the evil empire. And then he was every time there was coaching hires or jobs opened up, he would always be one of the names that was thrown around. I was surprised he actually took that Raiders job.
One Nation said, I don't know who overhyped Josh McDaniels. As a Raider fan, we were never excited about that clown.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It was like, all right, here comes the guy, right? That won with Brady. And then they couldn't win without him. And now I got Derek Carr in him. And you know what? Hey, let's go get Devontae Adams because he's gonna be awesome in garbage time. And then they get rid of Carr, bring in Jimmy. And it's just
it's been all bad.
Who the fuck was excited?
It's been all bad. And Kang said also Rachaad White has been shit in the bed, but proved his reception ability. Yeah, he's got a nice schedule rest this season, so I'm thinking of holding him. Well, I mean, holding him as opposed to dropping him, for sure. And he's someone else nobody really wants to trade for unless
what did he do? He got 5 receptions.
Might have even been 6. Let's see.
And proving he could catch the ball.
Yeah, it was really just his best receiving game of the season with the 6 for 6 for 65. I mean, yeah,
and it was all short on all dump offs and shit, negative game script for them. So
he's a
you gotta kind of hope for that because you can't run on the ground behind that line.
So, yeah, he's a matchup based flex, and I mean that's kind of it.
Hopefully, you didn't take him in the 4th round. You know what I mean?
And
he's one of those guys, 5th, 6th round area itch during the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not necessarily, he's someone you could actually decide to start or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was going amongst the James Cook, territory and all that guys who were maybe you were drafting him as a flex, but they might have even been your first bench spot.
Definitely going higher than Brian Robinson and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not by much though, because Brian Robinson was Brian Robinson was the last tier of starting running backs who was drafted. And Rachaad White might have been just right above that.
Yeah, he was in the mix with the James Connors and them.
And Bryce said, hey, y'all, thoughts on CD Lamb for Amari Cooper and Deontay Johnson?
Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not excited to bring over Amari Cooper right now. He said, my other wide receivers are Adams, Ayuk, Kirk, and Thielen. Man, why are you even worried about getting more wide receivers right now? You've got Thielen on the bye. That's the only reason you feel like you're hurting this week. And Ayuk hasn't even played yet.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just doesn't really make that much sense to me. I guess if you're on the hype that you want to get some players that don't have a bye week no more. But then again, you're about to have Thielen and CD next week, and you have them the rest of the way. So
yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Adams, Ayuk, and Kirk Kirk's been balling.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right.
What up, Smokey the Cat? What up?
Maybe somebody offering him.
Maybe. And just feeling like you got to make a move. I know as people we get to this time and it's man, my team's stale. Need to make some moves. But don't make any desperation moves because of this big bye week. And Will Power said, got offered this in a Yahoo league. I give Mahomes, I get Purdy, JT, Kirk, my RBs are Stevenson and Foreman. And he said, I'm in first place. Thoughts? I think that you wouldn't be in first place without Mahomes. I think you're going to make it harder on yourself winning a championship without Mahomes as well. I'm saying no.
Nailed it.
Feeling Mike OG. Should I start Kirk versus the Niners? In what? DFS? What do you mean?
If you're talking DFS, I'm okay with it because there might be a lower percentage ownership on the Kirk Cousins because no one, I'm pretty sure people will try to avoid that matchup.
Yeah.
That's never not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Lower percentage ownership. You know what I mean?
Who would even be cheaper? Who's cheaper out of Purdy and Kirk?
It'd probably be Kirk. Because they would want you to play the worst matchup. Right? Why would they design it for you to win easily, right? So they'd be like, hey, look, and he's cheaper, but then it's a bad matchup. So I'm just assuming though too. You know what I mean?
TS says I'm down by 14 with Purdy and Moody left. You think I got it?
You're right. You're right. As long as that person don't got no players, you're right.
All right, what up, Peacock? He said, "What up?" Dropping in real quick before all the day video jobs. It's like some kind of construction case. Okay.
Cool. Shout out to Peacock, man. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get into the injuries very shortly here, and get into our studs and duds. But yeah, we had some real shitty weeks of offense.
I played.
I wonder what it is.
In a super flex, I played a team that had so many. I mean, my opponent had so many bye weeks. He put up 20 points.
That's wild,
right? I mean, like I didn't even laugh at him, but I'm like, I'm glad I'm playing him this week.
Joe said Gibbs actually put me in a position to win with CMC. Yeah, it was crazy because didn't seem like they would give Gibbs that much work after they get that shit pushed in.
What's crazy is like they said, like Dan Campbell does what he says, right? Like to begin the year, he said, "Hey, we're not giving Gibbs that much work." Boom, they didn't give him that much work. Monty was out the first time. They didn't say anything about giving Gibbs no work. They didn't give him no work. Then this time, though, Monty's out again. They're like, you know what? We're going to give him the bulk of the carries. And they weren't lying. Didn't look that good, but I guess, you get that 20-yard house call. That would definitely cushion your day.
Yeah, because in the first half, they just didn't have the ball that much. But they stayed committed to the run, even though they're getting their shit pushed in. And I guess it's not that committed. They only ran it 14 times, but still.
Yeah, he needed that touchdown.
Yeah, and it was really, the insane amount of receptions. 9 receptions. That's insanity.
Yeah.
Just said, but if the game is like when Kittle got 3 T's and then they benched all their starters versus Dallas, I might lose. Let's see what happens.
Stop worrying about shit like that. Like that's the stupidest shit to worry about.
Yeah, don't even mess with your head. Will Power said Detroit got exposed yesterday, though. Wow. It was bad weather, especially for someone who plays in a dome, and they weren't in their dome. Like Detroit's always going to be like somewhat. It's really Goff. It's always going to be somewhat iffy on the road.
Yeah, his home road splits haven't been that bad, but then yesterday I was like, oh, that's who we know. You know what I mean? That's the road golf we all know and sit.
33 for 53. That's a really bad split. And Joe said he had 10 targets. Hell yeah, man. Amon-Ra had 19. It was nuts.
Yep.
And Will said lots of questionable referee calls as well. That P in the Colts game. And the atrocious spot in the Rams game decided the outcome.
What does this surprise you?
Yeah, we're always going to have some stuff like that.
Yeah, referees are,
they suck, but they got to watch everything in real time. Like they don't get to see everything in slow motion like we do after the fact. So,
and there will be like people that say, hey, yeah, they should put chips in everything and have all the sensors and you'd be able to tell if did he break the plane or did he step out of bounds or whatever. You could do all that shit, but then I wouldn't trust that. I would not trust that at all.
I don't think anybody would trust the technology.
You could just fix it if you wanted to. Or at least that would be the new conspiracy. Bro, they got a guy, bro, in New York, bro. He fucking, you know what? First down. I don't want that first down. You know what I mean? There'll be always a motherfucker, I told you, bro, the robot's on the sideline, bro. I'm fucking it up, bro. just like let's say right now, fucking referees, bro.
Hell yeah.
There's always gonna be human error, but then it's also like, I don't know. It's like, will we morph to technology solving all those problems and there would never be arguments or issues when it comes to shit like that? you wouldn't even have to challenge. You would just be precise.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And like the like there are sometimes in some just ref units out there who they'll let guys play a little bit, they'll let them play a little bit more than other units. And like that's something tough, but I mean, DBs and shit out there, they probably got to worry about it, the most, the defensive players. But they said that their coaches tell them that kind of shit. All right, these guys are going to call a little tighter. We got to be on our game, or these guys are going to be a little bit more loose, with the calls. So try to take advantage a little more.
Who's that referee's hella yoked? We're not hella yoked, but he's yoked for a
Hockley.
Hockley, right?
Yeah.
Him and his son, I think his son's a ref too now. But anyways, Hockley, him and his crew, they always call a tight game.
And the Hockley's been fucking up calls since I don't know. It's been like at least 20 years.
They calling a super tight game. They calling everything, I should say. You know what I mean?
They had to put those new rules in place for like Hockley and shit. Like, because he was one of the guys who was like blowing the whistle hella quick. I remember the big Chargers game where like, I don't know, there was a fumble or like something. It was something crazy like that. And he blew the whistle and kind of killed the play before, like, I don't know, defense could have picked it up, ran it in. Like, I don't even remember like what the exact circumstances were, but he got a lot of shit because it was on Sunday Night Football. And so, it's just on display for everybody to see.
That's another thing too. Like by the time they get to the Super Bowl, they award a referee crew, by selecting their crew, right? And a lot of times you'd be like, man, fuck, is these guys? You know what I mean? I guess you say that with all of them, right? Yeah.
And Stranger said I could be understanding about one ref crew calling things tight and the others calling it loose. What I can't be cool with is when the game is one way for 58 minutes and then you change for the last two. For sure, like whatever it is, just be consistent. Like I think that's all any of us want is just whatever it is, be consistent.
Yeah, like you can't be calling like a PI on some hand checking and shit like that, and then at the end of the game you we're letting them play it.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
But see that I guess
penalty in the first,
that's
penalty in the fourth. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, like PIs, right? I guess that's where you need like the human effect, right?
Yeah,
you need a human being to call that.
Yeah, and at least you do have. I mean, it's always. I mean, one person makes the call, but then they're all kind of convening and talking about it, right? And you got like 3 or 4 guys who are having input on is this a PI or not, and why? Because we saw a PI get no called yesterday, and the Dolphins. I mean, that was a straight PI and face mask and all types of shit. And because then they got an interception to the house like 1 play later, 2 plays later, or something after Eagles got the ball.
Oh yeah, the Jerome Baker.
Yeah, hell yeah, worked out better. And South Sco said, "Bang bang Niner gang."
Shout out to the gang.
What up, Rush man? He said lots of these games are fixed. Vikings, Chiefs, refs.
I don't want to hear that.
Guys to put their helmet back on, total fix.
I got a homie, gambling addict, right? And then when it doesn't go his way, he goes on a rant. It's fucking scripted, bro. I fucking told y'all. Well, if it's scripted, why you keep gambling then?
And look, man, see, all of a sudden we got a so-called tight end day, and all the tight ends go off.
I mean, George Kittle started back in 2019.
It's in the script.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I played a bunch of tight ends this week, not even necessarily knowing it's tight end week, but just out of lack of options.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? If we know it's tight end week, should we try to buck the system, or should we just like play the tight ends? Like, come on, let's do it. Tripp said not looking good for him in the number 8. You're still undefeated over there, right? As of now.
He came in stunting, huh? The fantasy guys don't like arrogance. He came in this week in the review, huh? He's like, listen, I'm the best. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna never keep me down. You're the best around.
It's funny. Noble likes that song now.
That song's tight. That's why. That shit's hella hard. That's one of those ones to get out the shower.
The 80s montage music just hit a little different. Like they just knew how to pull on your heartstrings. Montage.
like, 80s montage is like, we're about to need like 14 minutes on this one. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's Rocky, huh? Hey, Rocky, what's the one where he's getting smoked on the beach? The next, he's running backwards. Like when you get 12 minutes into that montage, bro, he's the boss.
Yeah, and Will Power said that's the Karate Kid song. You know it, bro.
Hell yeah. The Karate Kid song, that one's classic. Obviously, all the Rocky joints, those are classic.
And yeah, that's what you're talking about, right? The Rocky running backwards on the montage. Yes, and they even had to have a double montage on that one because like they had the montage where like he started everything, but then like in his head, he's getting in his head, and then he had to cut the promo. Or Adrian had to cut the promo on him. I'm afraid. You understand? You want to break me down? I'm afraid.
I'm afraid. Okay, I'm scared.
And it's funny because like Rocky, obviously he's a little bit of inspiration for The Rock in certain promos, but this one is Adrian. Like it's all taken from her. When all the smoke is cleared and all the dust is settled and everyone's done chanting your name.
Rocky.
And Will said, I think the best Rocky montage was in number 4. Yeah, number 4, that's when he was
the Russian, right?
Yeah.
When he's training in Russia and shit. He's real serious too, huh?
Because he's not in, they're not in the gym, bro. They're not in the gym. Like he's like when he was lifting shit, he's lifted like a horse, like that buggy, like horse and buggy with like 4 people on it and shit.
Mother Russia.
I must break you.
And I don't exactly trust people. Like, how do we know that Russian was translating what he said?
Because if I could change and use to change, everybody could change. I can't even remember how it said. Everyone just goes wild. Right? That's the only reason I think.
They did not like Americans. And that's alone an Italian. They're like, I can't stand that American, Italian American.
And Ivan, he hated Rocky. He's not a human. He's made of iron. He couldn't break him. He could not break him down.
And then his bitch tore him down too, huh?
Hell yeah. What's her name? Dang it. What was her name? Bridget Nielsen, right?
That's I'm leaving you for Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav's chick.
Flavor Flav.
Like he was there somewhere, like watching that, like. And then as soon as they cut, yeah, boy. And Will Power said, "Fuck, Stallone was jacked in that movie." Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Man. He's an advocate of HGH. You know what I mean? It was the 80s was one of them times.
Now here goes the real question. All right. Which Rocky, like if you had to pick one of the versions of Rocky to like go into a fight with someone else?
Part 3.
For sure, right?
When he had to fight Clover Lee and he had the fucking, you know what I mean? They motherfucking lost Mickey or Mick,
And man, Apollo, he just taught him everything that he did not have. Like he did not like, man, when he was first training and he's trying to teach him just how to bounce on his toes. Like he had
that thing where you go like this and you hit you in the face. Don't do that no more.
We're doing the opposite. Now. We're moving.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta float like a butterfly. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what was crazy is like, yeah, it was funny right when they're about to go, he's like, we're taking it to the pool. Does he know how to swim? And Paulie's like, with a name like Rock?
Hey, yo, why do we need to swim? Yeah, what are we fighting in the lake?
Ooh, Will Power said I'd go number 4, avenging Mickey and Apollo's death.
Ooh.
And he just, I feel like he was hitting harder in that one than any of the others. Like, just the amount of stuff that he was lifting. It was
because, and you know what's why it was so big in the 80s too? Because you had the Cold War going on. Us with Russia.
Mother Russia.
Yeah. Like for example, in the early 90s, right? All the bad guys were like European guys or like Middle Eastern, right?
Yeah. Until Die Hard came along.
Yeah.
then they're all Russians.
Right? Well, that was the 80s, though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it made sense because we had the Cold War going on. Like, okay, remember True Lies?
Yeah.
The Jihad regime.
Yeah.
I will set off one nuke in every city. And he's like, he didn't have the camera going. Dude.
He was so pissed. And even then, what was that guy's name? They call him the Sand Spider. Why? Probably because it sounds scary.
Hey, Tom Arnold is hella funny, man.
Man, it's crazy because James Cameron, like James Cameron, he doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. He said that he thought Tom Arnold would have like ran for governor, like back then.
I mean, but then he got shacked up with Roseanne and kind of just took down the wrong rabbit hole. You know what I mean? How annoying would it be to like make love to like Roseanne? Come on, Tom.
Oh man, yeah, that does not sound appealing.
Not tonight. I'm gassy. Not any night.
What was
Roseanne for the bag? Huh? He was like, "Listen, man, she got a hit show.
Yeah, he's like,
my career."
It's like I'm saying he's selling high on True Lies, thinking he's gonna be a movie star. Yeah, I'm gonna be a movie star forever.
And he was like, "Listen, he was like, he's telling his agent, listen, I know Arnold won't work with me anymore, but get me Steven Seagal." Yeah. Why was he like in every Steven Seagal movie after at one point?
Yeah. I hear there's this new guy on the scene. Get me Jet Li.
Yeah. And give me a black guy too. A rapper. Yeah, that's really popular. Oh, Tupac's dead already? Give me that other guy, the DMX guy.
Give me the guy that barks. I heard a guy barking.
Oh. DMX agent called him. We got a role for you. What? I said we got a role for you. What? Hold on, I got another call. Hello? Hey, what's up, DMX? It's me, Stone Cold. What? What? It's like 20 minutes of that.
Oh man. Will said out of the blue though, he said you would have thought that Roseanne would be better than Madonna in 2023.
I didn't think that. Roseanne was so 90s. When did that show stop?
Well, they brought it back until she turned racist.
Yeah, they brought it back, yeah. And then they try to continue it without her, called The Connors.
Yeah, everyone was not about it.
Nah.
Not about it.
Yeah, racist.
Yeah, what was that? What did she take? Was it Ambien or something? I don't even remember what she took. And
she was on Ambien, sleeping aid.
Racism is not one of the byproducts of our drug, is what they said. You could die, but you won't turn racist.
I mean, it was, yeah. She said something really racist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was something with like a monkey or a gorilla for sure. Got like mixed in. Right?
Was, the vice president.
Yeah,
yeah. She compared her to a caricature. That's another one of those words I can't say. Like rule.
Caricature.
I'm a fucking linguistic. I'm a fucking lyricist. God damn it. I can't pronounce that word. That and rural areas. Rural.
Yeah, you were so impressed when Peacock was like, "Oh yeah, that's like area." You're wow. I could never pronounce that word.
Rural areas.
Oh man, this week's gonna be a good week for the silver screen breakdowns. Breaking down Scream 1. Ooh. Man, we got so many Easter eggs that we got to talk about. So many callbacks in that movie because, like, I mean, that was Wes Craven like having fun. Like, all right, we're gonna mix in all these things that these young kids may not even know about.
He was the first one, not like Stan Lee. Stan Lee's like, I gotta be in all my joints somehow. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wes Craven's like, listen, yeah, I'll be the janitor.
Hell yeah. And it's funny too because there's a part in there where no, not that, but where what's her name? The Dewey's sister is talking shit. She's like, "All right, Deputy Dewey boy, we're ready to go." And he's like, "What Mama tell you? When I wear this badge, you treat me like a man of the law." And she was like, "Well, Deputy Dewey boy, we're ready to leave." And he starts like walking them out, and he was like, "What? Can't do that. That's my superior." And she's like, "The janitor's your superior."
That's funny. She was talking to
Yeah, and it was that was way before. And you can't even tell. I didn't even know until I started going down the rabbit hole of some of the videos, trying to get other
as we
find
get
things that we may have missed.
Do they ever explore like the PTSD aspect of all of it?
Well, yeah. I mean, but what do you mean specifically?
Yeah, like later on, like do they show like is Dewey all fucked up in the head or like like everyone died.
Yeah, it was number 5 where you could see he was just like hella crazy.
Yeah, like I like my apartment would have like 8 locks on that motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, he lived in a trailer, but like other people's house, like Gail, I'm pretty sure she had like 5 or 6 locks like on her, like Gail's back at it. She's like living penthouse living.
I'm not lying to you. I so want to kill her.
Number 6. You didn't do number 6 with us. Did you ever end up watching it?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know why? Because you're like you might want to watch 5 first. I was like, okay. I just never got around to it.
Yeah, because that one does because that's 5, 6, and 7. I mean, I'm sure they're filming number 7 right now if they're not like already done with it. But yeah, because it seemed like that was going to be a trilogy of its own as well.
And like the stab, like when they get to those parts, are they still doing like stab movies and stuff like that?
Yeah, well now it's like in those movies, it's like stab has gotten like it's so old school that it's like kind of not cool now.
It's like 90s. It's like it's those old slasher films.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my daughter's about to go to school.
Okay. Hey, we got AB in the house. What up, AB? Will Power said Rose McGowan's so fucking hot in that movie. And Car Rick Ketch. There we go. Oh man, AB said, "Guess who got arrested again? This guy."
Hey, bro, it's amazing, bro. He always has his phone in jail, though. Huh? Phone check, homie.
In number 4, that's one I recommend that everybody watch if you haven't watched that, Scream 4, because it's still Wes Craven. It's Wes Craven's last one that he directs. And they definitely try to break a little bit of the rules. And it's funny in there because there's a guy who has like a stab marathon like every like Halloween. And oh man, Bogey, go away. I'll wait for him before we get this part out. Oh man, where the hell? Damn it, where the hell?
Did you fill up your water? Here, where is it?
And Peacock CTE's a hell of a drug, that's for sure. And we know what else is. Where is it?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
No, Willpower number 4. Number 3 was the one with the Hollywood one and the Roman director, and everyone hates on that one, but I like it where they kind of like they bring the story full circle and everything. Yeah, because when we talk about Scream 1, we're gonna talk about it, knowing what happens in the entire movie and like bringing things up like along the way, because it's crazy. Roman had his hand in everything. And yeah, Willpower 4 was the niece then. Yes, exactly. That one was number 4. The one that was like, it was like 10 years later. It was like 10 years later is what it was. And Peacock said, "Oh man, spooky season almost over." Yes, sir. I picked some good movies though for at least the 2 weeks after. for at least the 2 weeks after. And then Peacock, I wanted to see. I brought up so Noble's birthday is on the 17th, and that's the Friday, a couple Fridays from now. So I wanted to see if Peacock was down to come and and like run the show. You guys could pick whatever movie you want, and it could be you, Nelly, and Bogey, and keep it rocking. And or we'll just take that week off. And then we got Thanksgiving after that, so probably not going to be doing anything. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, it'll be Black Friday, so we'll see if we do it that day. And then and then we got 5 weeks in December. And the first 4 weeks, I feel like we'll just pick 4 Christmas movies that we're gonna cover, and we'll take it all the way back with some cool Christmas movies, or we could mix in some sports movies there for our championships, and then on the 29th, I wanted to get some kind of like movie that's based around New Year's. We'll figure that out. Oh, but yeah, so in number 4, right when they're getting towards the end, like they know all the stabs and all that, and he's like, all right, we're going old school. Come on. Just like Stu. Come on, hit me.
Oh, shit.
They're fucking wild. Yeah, they're fucking wild. And Willpower said Home Alone, and he said Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yeah.
I guess we're the wrong ones to say that too, because I'm usually saying that to piss people off. You know what I mean? I mean, he's like, hey, yo, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. The fuck out of here. Motherfuckers get hella mad about that shit, huh?
Yeah, and seeing, I just, it's got to have snow. Like a Christmas party could happen, like, fuck. I mean, we know crazy people who have their Christmas parties in the beginning of December. I used to go to, I used to work at places where they did shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, because, you know what I mean? You got to schedule it.
Yeah. If there's no snow, it's not a Christmas movie. That's just what I'm sticking to. That's one of the prerequisites of a Christmas movie. Got to have snow. Even if it's fake snow, like Edward Scissorhands, because they're in Southern California. I don't remember no snow in Die Hard.
Blow's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
A lot of snow in there.
That's for sure. And Scarface would fall under it then too.
Right.
Willpower said, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. But yeah, we'll figure out what Christmas movies we're gonna.
Hey, he walks around barefoot that whole movie, huh?
Yeah. I can't remember when he loses the shoes or when he has to take them off.
Was he going like in an elevator or something? Like an elevator shit? I forget.
Yeah, I cannot remember. Have to watch it again. Peacock said, I wish I could read lips.
Yeah, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, but we'll figure out some cool Christmas movies.
Bad Santa
to watch. That's a good one. That's a classic. Billy Bob Thornton.
Let me make you some sandwiches. Damn it, kid. What's what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll have a sandwich, kid.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. That's gonna be good.
What's her name? Was the freak, huh?
Which one?
She was Jewish, so she always had a thing for like Santa.
And Stranger said, this is a big discussion on another YouTube channel. The director of Die Hard said it's a Christmas movie, so it's a Christmas movie. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Why'd you wait like 30 years before you almost 40 years before you make a stand on it?
It was like probably in the podcast era when I started watching podcasts, probably 2011, 12 era. That's when you started hearing that debate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, it's funny because then that debate started hitting the streets. Right? I just be at the studio or something. And motherfuckers be like, hey, bro, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, bro. And then motherfuckers like, hell nah, bro. Then they start arguing over what entails what the movie should entail, or you know what I mean? Bro, it has to have snow, bro. I don't know about that, bro. Motherfuckers. And there wasn't no snow in the Bad Santa, huh?
I can't confirm nor deny. I only watch it at Christmas, so I cannot remember. But I feel like there is somewhere in there. Because he went all over the place. They went to multiple, they went to multiple locations.
That was fucked up how they did Bernie Mac and that motherfucker, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hey, now the funniest was John what's his name? John Ritter.
Uh-huh.
There was a large woman. I think she was getting sodomized. What you talking about?
Oh man.
I ain't shit for the same for weeks. Ran it in a poop chute.
All right, here we go. So I think this week's gonna be a little bit quicker with the injuries for sure.
Let's go.
And he said, so is your classic 1957's feel-good Christmas movie? No, it's an actual comedy Christmas movie.
Christmas movie. I don't think I've sat through that one. Like that one or the other one, like the whatever street. That's like it's like a street name.
Miracle.
Yeah, Miracle on whatever the fuck.
34th, I think, maybe.
Ooh, we should do a mashup. Miracle on Elm Street.
Ooh,
there you go. Right, that's a T-shirt right there. And it's Freddy Krueger in the sleigh.
And Will says not officially Christmas Eve until Hans Gruber falls on the 30th floor from the Nakomi Plaza. And Peacock says Nightmare Before Christmas, a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? Can't say both. Yeah,
I feel like that's how Tim Burton's like Christmas would look, though.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Because what is it?
You ever seen Sweeney
Like
Todd?
Gotta be a Christmas movie. What?
Sweeney Todd? Like one of the main female antagonists. She's that's his wife.
Yeah.
She looks tripped out too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AB said my movies to watch are The Office, Christmas Party, and The Night Before. Watch it every year. Yeah. I'm really going to be lobbying for those two to be in there because those ones are.
The Night Before. That's the one though. What about peace? Okay. Don't forget about peace. Peace.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's like early social media days where it's like, you know what I mean? It was like you're borderline douchey as fuck, but you're popular.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because that's like a running joke. Like he's a douche to a lot of people, but like they're his homies. They've been his homies forever. Like, man, his social media game's off the chain.
Like even when he gets what was the guy? Something Jesus. There was another quarterback or something. He went to the club to go party.
He was the something Messiah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I fucking love that movie, man. It's classic. And then The Office Christmas Party. I mean, that one's just awesome because I think everybody can relate to an Office Christmas Party. And
I just thought of the part where she's drinking the drink. She's like, it's like coppery. It's definitely cocaine blood.
Oh man, such a good movie. He's so fucked up in that movie. And
I like what he calls. He starts leaving messages cussing out the future baby. You baby. I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. He's in the bathroom getting loaded, bro.
Hell yeah. And Tina said, dude, I think it snows in Die Hard at the end. I remember it at least. Huh. Okay.
In LA.
And Peacock said Batman Returns, one of my favorite Christmas movies. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It starts off with the Christmas tree and
you could be gushing at the nose.
You could be gushing blood. They don't even know what to do.
Hey, Christopher Walken was good in there too. So it's funny you can't show that movie today because like he throws a woman out of the fucking window. It's all right, you know what I mean. You can't really.
Dang, if you can't show it, man, does that mean that that has to be one of our Christmas movies that we break down?
Yes, I love Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
he's the best Batman, bro. He didn't want to come back for the third installment because they didn't bring back Tim Burton. He's like, screw that.
Yeah.
Joel Schumacher, is that his name?
Yeah.
The guy that took over, and he was like, it was all about the merch now, like more than anything. Like, okay, let's We're gonna get this real colorful and campy. And
super corporate at that time.
We're gonna have all these different Batman figures, different suits. You didn't wear any of them goddamn suits at all, man.
What the hell? Crispy said I have to start paying attention to the Wafers League. Man, did you make some mistakes? Yeah, have you not been watching the recaps, Crispy? We're calling people out when they're making mistakes. You might be one of those ones called out this week, I guess. All right. Get a little nug ready for this. All right. We're gonna do the injuries first, and we're gonna get in to the studs and duds.
Right.
Week 7 kind of sucked. I mean, it was good for me. Feel like especially in Dynasty, like crazy, but it wasn't even a big injury week either. It was just a big week of like people really shitting the bed. Let me see. Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 teams scored less than 20 points. That's real shitty.
Mm-hmm.
That's real shitty. Who's going to the Super Bowl now? Who's the overreaction?
We might have saw the Super Bowl last night. Like a preview.
You think the Dolphins are going to be able to make it? I don't think the Dolphins are beating the Bills or the Chiefs.
I think they could be. Okay, imagine this. A Tyreek Hill revenge game.
I mean, that's what it have to come down to.
I'm just saying we might have saw the Super Bowl preview last night.
I think the Chiefs now, like, that offense was so good that, like, nobody could, like, withstand them, you know? Like, I mean, years ago. And, like, now they've kind of changed to where, I mean, shit, they're winning with defense just as much now, if not more than their offense, but you still got Mahomes. So it's like 28 points is, like, in the cards like any game with him.
Mm-hmm. They're averaging like 24 this year.
Yeah, and like they've only given up 108 points and like, or no, 105. So let's see, what is that per game? I mean, that's only 15 a game that they're giving. Like that's kind of insane.
I think the Bills. I think the Bills just don't go far in the playoffs.
I mean, those injuries to Milano and Trey White, like that's huge. Like right there, their defense,
and like
same ever since.
Like when you lose, if you could lose to New England like that, you know,
yeah,
that doesn't look good for you. So, yeah,
I mean, the Chiefs lost their first game and they haven't looked back.
They haven't.
And let's see. Yeah, and there's the only teams that are scoring higher for the season in the AFC are the Dolphins and the Bills and Eagles, Niners. That's it.
For my Niners, it's like we're in midseason form right now. Dealing with a bunch of injuries.
If the Niners score 16 points tonight, they'll be the second highest scoring team in the league, just behind the Dolphins.
See, here's one of those.
And will be only one of two teams with over 200 points scored for the season.
If we drop this one to the Vikings, that'll be another version of like, you know, like it being. That's another version of how, you know, like the Bills losing to New England. Like, it's like, wow,
it's a hell of a trap game. Any game that it seems like one team should just win like lopsidedly like that has trap written all over it.
Like, you know, when I look back, it's the PJ Walker thing now, but they're a hell of a defense. Like that's the number one defense right now.
Yeah,
like that defense just won their game for them yesterday.
Yeah. What up, Bakes?
What up, Bakes?
That is funny. What up, Clock? He said Kev didn't like the trade I sent him. That's why I'm surprised. Like Kev, like talks shit about anybody's trades that get sent to him.
It's funny because like Kev told me when I sent him a shitty trade offer, he's like, "Man, you just made the list." Oh no, not the list.
Oh man, that shit's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. There's not too many teams that have under 100 points given up as far as points against. There's only two teams as of right now. And if the 49ers give up 13 points, they tonight they will not be in this category anymore. The Ravens have given up 97 points in their 7 games. That's it.
What about the Browns?
Browns have given up 115.
Oh wow, okay. That's right. They just give up a shitload of points to the Ginsu.
Yeah. That swayed it right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 134 points for and 115 against. And it's crazy because the Steelers and the Bengals, they're like Steelers 103 points for, 127 points against, and the Bengals 100 points for and 127 against. And Bengals are 3-3 somehow. Like that's another thing that's like kind of crazy. Like if we've seen the worst of them and they actually turn it around after the bye week. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, shit, they're gonna play my Niners, right?
And Crispy said, "What the hell? You know it's our year."
1995 again.
Cowboys have given up only 100 points. I mean, yeah, I don't have a week 7 game yet, but only have given up 100 points.
They've had the weakest schedule so far. For real. Outside of like playing my Niners.
Giants, Jets. They're lucky they caught the Jets at the time when they did, because it seems like their defense has gotten better every week.
Yeah.
And then Cardinals, Patriots, Niners, Chargers. It's not too rough of a schedule right there to start.
And then they're gonna go through their schedule definitely gets harder moving forward. And they got
they haven't played the Eagles yet.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't think we've seen Dak versus Hurts yet. Since the last couple of years, yeah.
Oh, because one of the two's been hurt.
Will be injury, yeah.
Yeah. Because let's see, for them next, it's the Rams, then the Eagles, then the Giants, Panthers, Washington, Seattle, Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions, Commandos.
They can get smacked up.
They can, but that's still not a murderer's row of like anything right there. And
Seattle's a good team.
He said, finally got myself a decent RB core with the Stevenson, Foreman, and Warren, LOL. He said wide receivers are DJ Moore, London, Chase, Amon, tight end Hawkinson, QBs Fields, and Carr streamed. And he said from 1 to 3 to 4 and 3. There you go. Cracking off 3 wins in a row. Very nice. Very nice. And he says Chiefs haven't looked back as far as in terms of losing, but Mahomes isn't playing the best ball. Struggle versus the Jets. Well, this is a time where you can't say that he's not playing his best ball because he threw for 424 and 4 touchdowns and 1 interception, but still 42 attempts and just destroyed the Chargers, who a lot of people have respect for as a team for whatever reason. I don't know.
They don't watch our show. You know what I mean?
But they whooped on the Chargers very easily. And their defense, I feel like most games people think that the Chargers are going to score at least 20 points. Chiefs held them to 17.
If there's a dick to be sucked, the Chargers will suck it.
All right. And Kelsey again. Hat tip to Kelsey every time we get 12 for 179 and a tug.
Mm-hmm.
And Rashee Rice, man, he's like a flex guy every week. I feel like it's got to get to that point.
Touchdown every week or something.
They got the Broncos, the Dolphins, and then the Eagles, and then the Raiders, Packers. The thing with Rice is he's never going to be the number 1 look as far as the defense goes. Might not even be amongst the top 3 looks for the defense as far as what they're concerned about. And they move him around a lot where he just randomly is like opposite of Travis Kelce, running a similar route to Travis Kelce, and now Patrick Mahomes gets to pick one or the two. It's crazy. And AS said trade Amari Cooper for Ridley. Do I want to trade trash for trash? I don't know. Probably just hold him.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah, like
right? Cooper's doing better than Ridley.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're buying some kind of dip, right? I guess, but I mean, fucking the guy get more than 4 targets in the game. Like, what in the fuck? Like, if there's a dick to suck, Calvin Ridley's right there in line, right behind the Chargers, ready to suck that dick.
Clock said, I got Minshew in the X-Men division against Hustler this week. Oh, man. Who's Minshew going up against? The Saints. They got a tough matchup. And Steven said, I don't think the 49ers game is viewed as a trap game. It's an away again. No debt. Trent is doubtful. CMC partially torn oblique. Mike said him too. You know what? I think
that makes it a trap game.
Yeah, I mean that's
what not 100%. Like, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
a trap game is just them losing. Like that's what I'm considering a trap game. And yeah, any given Monday.
And like you know, there's all kind of excuses we can make already, like all those injuries or the fact that we're on the road, and you know. And then there's on the flip side of it, it's like, hey, Kirk Cousins, no Justin Jefferson. You know, Kirk Cousins in prime time. Like if he balls out tonight, that'll only be like the 4th game he balled out in prime time.
Yeah,
it's an actual thing.
And Stranger said the Bengals are minus 21 in week 1, and then since then +7 with a 3-2 record. Nice.
3-3. Some of
well, no, but he's saying week 1. He's saying after week 1, it was the loss, and they were minus 21 in the points, 4 points against.
Mm-hmm.
And the next 5 games, they were 3-2 +7. And AS said Cooper isn't doing better. Cooper also has no QB. Really just had
I don't know, then do it. Make the trade. You have the answers.
Yeah, really just had like 2 points this past week. And like Amari was horrible, but he had 6 points. I mean, that's 3 times better.
Man, he's doing better.
He was.
According to my math.
Yeah.
And you know what else? Even if he's not producing, he's getting way more targets than him.
Yeah, like Ridley's had 2 good games. He's only had 3 games where he's had
touchdown or bust games, basically. He got the touchdown
no.
against Atlanta.
Well, but the game versus Buffalo, he didn't score a touchdown. He was 7 for 120.
Okay, there you go. And then the other one against Atlanta was basically the touchdown.
Yeah. Well, he had 100. Well, there was one where he had the touchdown where that's why he got the 11 points. Yeah, Cooper. I mean, I guess it's the same. It's the same 3 games above 10 points there.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, they're both trash. That's why I said earlier, like, oh, am I going to trade this piece of trash for this piece of trash? I don't know. Probably just holding.
I mean, at least you got Cooper the rest of the way. They already had their bye week. It's kind of like, I guess I would view it in that scope, right? Like, why? Like, okay, they're both shitty, but why am I going to get a player I'm not going to have in a couple weeks?
Oh my gosh. AS, I'm just not reading your questions anymore. How about that? And yeah, Will Power says just me or Deshaun Watson, the biggest bonus hole quarterback in the league, or at least one of them.
He got all the money. Now he's like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
He got cleared from his he got cleared to return to the game because of the concussion. He's like, I'm good.
Well, yeah, but he didn't his arm was still all fucked up at that point too.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't even went out there to begin with.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yep. All right, let's see.
I mean, shit. He's hella paid.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? He has guaranteed money, bro. He kind of has them by the balls.
I mean, do they want to ruin their investment either? Like, I would assume not.
Yeah.
Because why would they want to ruin it? AB said, me and Deshaun about to go get a nice massage. Who wants to join? A nice sensual massage.
I'm not going to be seen with you guys, man. They know it's trouble.
All right. So let's get over here. We're going to jump over to the FNT studio.
Let's go.
Here we go. Let me get it marked down here.
I'm gonna go pour some milk for my little man.
All right. All right, here we go. Let's jump right into it.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Get your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
What up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya. FNT Monday, where we talk about all the injuries from this past week. And I feel like the one guy who we got to talk about, at least first, is Bijan Robinson. What the hell happened? The coach says he came in pregame not feeling like himself, not feeling great. Oh, man. 1 touch for 3 yards. Oh, man. We already know when we get to the studs and duds who we're going to be talking about over there. But, yeah, Bijan Robinson. Another big one. This one sucked because he put you in negative points in certain formats. Deshaun Watson. Oh, man. So he hurt his arm. He hurt his head, the big head on top, and smacked it up against that turf. He did get cleared of concussion when he was evaluated for a concussion, but he did not come back in. Deshaun Watson. Oh, it was really bad. It was really bad. How about Nick Bolton? He dislocated his wrist in the game. Oh, man. So it is going to be, who knows how long it's going to be until he gets back. But, yeah, it's been all bad. It's been all bad for him throughout this year as far as, like, the injuries go. Let's see. Who is another one? Kareem Jackson. So it wasn't due to injury, but he did get kicked out of the game for unnecessary roughness. Man, Kareem Jackson just week after week just keeps like doing shit and taking dirty hits like on people. Like, what the hell? And what up, B-Dog? And he said, what's good, 420 crew? Hope all is well. Going up against KJ tonight. Need this dub. Let's go. Up 11. Yeah, KJ is probably not getting 11. Let's see. Who else did we have here?
Gotta avoid that 5 for 60.
Yeah. So for the Packers, we had their cornerback Eric Stokes went out, hamstring injury. Darnell Savage, calf injury. And Devontae Wyatt and Luke Musgrave all went out.
What was the score in that game? I feel like I was super on that Molly mushroom thing at that point.
19-17.
And Jordan Love. Oh, yeah, we produced a top 12 finish, right, so far?
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that.
Yeah, somehow by hook or by crook. And let's see. Divine Diablo. So someone asked, was he not out there? So he left early in the game with an ankle injury is what happened there. And Gerald Everett, quad injury, did not return. Their linebacker, David Long, he got evaluated for a concussion and did not return. Let's see who else we have. Brightwell for the Giants, hamstring got ruled out. Saquon Barkley, so he hyper extended his elbow, says he's going to be okay though. But yeah, that was pretty scary though. Pretty scary.
He put that copper sleeve on. He was like, fuck it.
Hell yeah. And then Cody Barton got ruled out. Oh, man. Ankle injury. I know at the time it looked pretty bad. I mean, he was like, they were like helping him out a little bit, but he kind of like pushed him off, you know, so he could walk himself, you know, just show everybody.
Hey, I'm the code man.
That he's good. But yeah, I mean, it didn't look like his ankle was holding up too well.
Jamin Davis.
Yeah.
Even though he gave up who'd he give up that tug to? Oh, he gave up that Waller tug, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Made people mad at us.
Yeah, so we got a lot of injuries that we're gonna have to be following. FNT is live Wednesday through Friday, 1 p.m. West Coast time, and we're bringing all the up-to-date daily injury news, practice reports, everything like that.
Oh shit, man!
Yep, we'll do it again. We'll do it again for you on the way out.
All right.
And this week it wasn't so bad for injuries. Couple big ones though, and the Bijan one like really sucked. But
he was sick, very ill.
Make sure you're here Wednesday through Friday right here on the channel. Hit the subscribe, hit the upload, or hit the notifications. Everyone who's here with us, just stay rocking with us. And everyone who's watching this on a replay, make sure you go check out all the other videos as well. And yeah,
can't forget about peace.
No, what happened to peace?
What happened to peace? See, I knew I was gonna fuck it up. What happened to peace?
Peace.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Anywhere in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Spend your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
That shit rock.
Hell yeah. And maybe that's going to be the outro for all of December. We'll just keep beating that.
Yeah. Well, like, you know what's crazy is like it's the little things. Like when I'm mixing something with somebody, and that we must have went back and forth a few times on those kicks. Like, I love they're so perfect to me. Just nice and boxy, and I don't know. It's fun. It's the little things, I guess.
Like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and let's see. Philly Mike OG said, "What's your favorite Karate Kid?" I like the second one with the mic guy.
What's the one?
That's the third one, not the second one. That's the third one.
Is that the one when he joins the
Cobra Kai?
Yeah, that's the one right there.
Yeah, with Mr. Silver.
What's the one where he goes to
number 2?
Where he goes to Japan?
Yeah, number 2.
Okay.
And that was the one. This is no tournament for points. This tournament for life.
Honk honk. He got him back though, Red, in the show. Waited all that 40 years for this. Whatever, 30 years or whatever the fuck.
Hell yeah.
Got his ass back though.
And I said the second Willpower said the second Karate Kid made me cry. That was years ago.
Oh shit.
What up, Elias? Nope, we're not ending. That was just the FNT, the injury segment. We still got to do the studs and duds. We're gonna get into that here in a second. Man, Daltonic said Arthur Smith fucked me with that whole Bijan shit. Yeah, why didn't they just have him not play? I don't understand that. It's not like he's not like he's getting that game check regardless. Like what I mean,
it's almost like it was like a gamesmanship for the sake of it, right? Okay, listen, I know you feel like shit, right? But we're gonna have you out there, so they think that you're gonna play. You see what I'm saying? It's like, don't tell. You know what? I know. I figured it out. Arthur Smith, he plays in the fantasy league. He's playing against Bijan. He's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm starting out his year today.
See, it's crazy because Philly Mike OG, right? He's had enough, Johnny. That was
that part 3.
Well, that was part 1, But you know what's crazy is part
They
2.
whoop his ass in the bathroom.
Yeah. Not in the bathroom, but it was after that.
Oh, when they whoop his ass as the skeletons, right?
Yeah, because he was rolling the joint. Fucking LaRusso puts the. I mean, I would whoop his ass too, right? Like
Nobody come in hating this shit.
Come on, man.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Hey, it's funny because Johnny, he ended up he still grubs like he's a pothead. He's full of Lunchables and pizza pockets.
And but remember in the second one, that's kind of where you had some sympathy for Johnny because what's his name was fucking him up.
Silver.
Kreese.
Oh no, Reese.
Kreese. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he was whooping his ass. And then
there's no mercy in this dojo.
And Mr. Miyagi came over and stopped it. And then he's like, all right, you want some, punk? And then he goes like to hit him, but he moves out of the way, punches the window.
Mr. Miyagi, he's just hella smooth, huh?
Yeah.
He's really only like he had adopted his style because now he's old and slower.
Yeah. Number 3 was funny as hell though, because Terry Silver, he's whoa, like he was doing all that getting crazy, and then after Miyagi whoops them both, whoa.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi was a bad motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker was in the goddamn. He was the original chef, or he actually was he the original Arnie? You ever fuck with Happy Days?
Yeah, he was the chef, and
he was the OG chef, right?
Yeah.
Tight. See, if that took place nowadays, all the chefs would be Mexican.
Where's your?
You go to every Chinese restaurant, bro. It's Mexicans cooking it.
Hell yeah, giving the orders in Spanish.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real shit. My man's he speaks straight Mandarin and English and Spanish. And he mixes a little Vietnamese too, just because that's just what's in the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Benihana in San Diego, it's only Mexican chefs. That's it.
They be whipping it up, huh?
Hell yeah.
Flipping that shit around and shit.
What Elias said, he lost a 5 pick on underdog because of Bijan. I thought Bijan was the free play at like half a yard or some shit.
I mean, he got negative.
What?
Didn't he get negative?
No, he got 3 yards.
Oh.
All right. Let's go see.
I was gonna say
he got 3 yards. He didn't go negative.
I remember he was negative at one point. And it made me really negative.
Tino said if we were at the beach and Mr. Miyagi rolled up, he said homie would have got the blammy pulled on him.
Hell yeah, bro. Immediately. I feel the same way if anyone rolls up on me wearing the goddamn the scream mask. Yeah. Just shoot that motherfucker, bro. Don't even risk it. I'm not gonna let you get close to me, Mr. Miyagi. If Mr. Miyagi rolled up wearing a scream mask, but just run, bro. You know what I mean? How you gonna stop him?
Yeah, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? Boys, don't hit back.
Oh, what? Elias said he had him at the 86.5 rushing and receiving. Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, fucking Arnie.
And Philly Mike OG said Fast and the Furious one. What's up with this fool? Is he sandwich crazy? Nah, he ain't here for the food.
My pockets ain't empty either, cuz.
Man, it's crazy. It's go to Fat Burger next time and get you a something with fries for $2.99, and a whole bunch of F-bombs getting dropped out there.
You ever watch Ocean's 11?
Yeah.
So Brad Pitt's character, he's always eating, right? But
Yeah.
I guess because and I always wondered that, but then I guess when he explained it one time in the interview, he was like, well, see, that character is because they're always on the go. So he's always eating every chance he can because he's always on the go.
Okay.
Like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's Tyrese.
We never know when
Hungry.
we're gonna go back.
We hungry.
The food was so bad in there, and you never know when we're gonna go back.
Mm-hmm. It really upset me when he had the button-up shirt with no sleeves. Like, come on. What the fuck is this?
And they even made fun of him. Oh, you couldn't get your boyfriend like a shirt with sleeves.
Like, bro, why does Brody have the button up though? With no sleeves. Like you got like a black cowboy like stripper thing going on, I guess.
And then you know who that guy is, right? The boss in that movie.
The one that hires them.
He's the dude from Dazed and Confused, the curly-haired guy.
Oh, word. Then when they're all getting loaded on the fucking football field.
Yeah.
He's like, why do you want to? He's like, what do you say? Fuck coach.
You don't. It's like you don't quit when you're a senior, especially when you're starting quarterback. You're doing this for us.
And he became a cop.
Just slanging parts for Harry. He's like, oh, you work for Harry, right? Yeah. You were just fired. He doesn't know though. He doesn't know. Harry's got a deal. He can't fire him.
My dad used to tell me that all the time.
What?
Tell me why I can't fire you, Jay. How about all these reasons? It's because you're my son. Like, oh shit. Good information. You probably shouldn't have told me that because I went on a tear. You know how many times I get into some shit? He'd be like, I didn't raise you to be like that. You sure didn't. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it about you all of a sudden, huh? It's all on my own. I remember when I had my second child, my dad was like, you know, I've been living out the house for hella long, you know what I mean? Like a long time. So hey Jay, how you doing? I'm good. How are the kids? They're good. Are they eating? Yeah. I'm feeding them. Like I just so condescending, right?
No, they don't eat. We don't eat them.
Yeah, motherfucker. What you think? I mean, no, I'm just eating in front of them. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh man, nope, they don't eat.
Nah, we stopped eating.
Personal choice.
It is annoying because like my son, he'll feed himself. He's 4 years old. He likes to feed himself. But then there'll be times he'll be like, feed me. And if I don't feed this motherfucker, he will not eat. I'll be frustrated. All right, then, bro, you ain't finna eat. Now I come back like an hour later. All right, here's a bite. Take a goddamn 3 hours to eat a fucking oatmeal shit. Yeah. Motherfuckers is cold as fuck. He's still eating it.
That's why the air fryer is so cool. You can bring everything back to life.
Hell yeah. I'm about to throw this steak. I got wings. I got a steak sandwich. I got all kind of shit. I'm about to reanimate.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What up, Chewy? He said, good morning. Let's go. 5-2 in my $150 league. Here we go.
Right. Get that money.
Let's keep it going.
Go get that
long way to go. Long way to go for all of us. We're only halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
And not even all the way halfway through the season. We still got Monday Night Football that could make or break some of these games.
Yeah.
Philly Mike OG's on a quote tear today. He said, Home Alone, snakes. I don't know. I know I've heard that name before. He sounded like a snake.
Oh, yeah. When he thought it was some gangsters in there.
Uh-huh. One of them blew the other one away.
He came back. He was all tripped out. He did not believe him.
Yeah, Joe Pesci's just chilling because he couldn't hear nothing over there. I mean, it didn't make he was just right next to the door. So, of course, he heard everything. Like Joe Pesci's like, I don't know, 1,000 feet away, didn't hear nothing.
It's funny because around these parts, we like to remix movies and like put backstories and context to things. And McAllister, that was his name, right? The dad, what was his name?
Yeah.
He was a boss cocaine dealer.
For sure. I mean, he was running
for the cartel.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah, he's the Chicago point man.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Distro.
Yeah. Like, how else can you afford to, like, you know, take a trip to Paris and like pay
all
for
the
like
time
people? Like, I mean, come on, it's nothing to a boss.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got to take his whole family. He's got to get out of there. Got to get his brother out of there too, just in case they had to go lay low for Christmas.
Right. And the brother, he knew it too. Listen, it's on my brother. My brother's favorite.
And he just always knew that. Like, he's a gangster. We're just gonna use this all the way, you know. And I'll keep my mouth shut, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
he's probably tried to blackmail him a few times.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I know, Peter.
Mm-hmm. That's why one of them trips, he ain't coming back. He's So once he's gonna hire a hitman, take his own brother out.
Oh, maybe that's why they went to Florida. They really do feed you to the alligators down there.
There it is. So we're gonna go ride one of them fan boats.
I knew it. I knew there was a method to the madness.
You know, say he's gonna
why they didn't come back.
Giant anacondas.
That's why they didn't come back in number 3. The jig was up. They got busted. Got busted by the cops.
You know,
he dropped the dime. He finally dropped the dime on them.
I swear to God, though, I remember being a kid and we watched that movie in the theater, part 2. And my dad, he just says the funniest shit because this is where I get it from. He's like, "How they gonna just forget about him again?" So stupid. It's just like I was dying, bro. Like for real though, pops.
But see, they didn't forget about him.
He got on the wrong plane.
Yeah, it was his fault in number 2 because it was also, you know whose fault that it was.
Everyone had the same jacket.
Well, it was their fault for getting first class and being separated, right? Because like if they weren't in first class, they would have seen if all the kids were there.
But listen, he's a boss coke dealer. He's like, I'm not gonna have first class.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Kingpin.
Yeah, and they even asked, "Do you feel bad getting first class and the kids are in coach?" He was like, "Nah, man, they're having the time of their life."
That motherfucker looked at that motherfucker. And what if that the stewardess that just let the kid on the plane? Oh, my dad's in there with a brown jacket. Or whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
Very popular coat, apparently.
Yeah, for sure.
During that time. I had one. My dad was wearing the same coat when we were watching that movie.
That's something got at Nordstrom's or something they
Saks Fifth.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Something real white.
Yeah.
Neiman's?
Yeah.
It was that Neiman's, huh?
Yeah, Neiman's and Marcus, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
AB said he's up 232 to 183 going against Greenlaw, Smith, and Hunter. He said, I'm nervous for that game.
Is it a 1-2-3? He got about a 50-point cushion there, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Greenlaw is probably he's playing banged up. He might not even go.
Zig Mover said picked up and started Foreman on a hunch this week. Safe to say I won both my leagues, 147 and 155 points. All right.
Bravo.
There we go. Take a bow. Stand up and take a bow. All right. Let's see. And let's get over to these studs and duds. And Tino said the sports section. What up, bro? He said, bro, I went to see he got game with the dad and a couple homies. And he said, oh, my homies dying laughing when they saw boobs, and my dad nonchalantly was like, nice tits. I continued eating popcorn and reading. That's funny.
He just Hey, that was when he was racking the 2 white ones, huh? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
He was racking them 2 white bras. They're like, listen, you want to come to this school.
All right. Here we go. Let me mark this down where we're at.
Snoop, right? When he on his podcast and you bring on the young rappers coming up, he had 21 Savage on there, right? He's like 21, man, you doing your thing. You know, you coming up. And you ever had one of them bad white ones yet? And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, you got to get you one of them bad white ones. Snoop was so serious when he said that too. He's like, oh, you got to get you one of them Hollywood ones.
All right, here we go. Let's jump over to the QBs.
Let's do it. Coming in hot.
Yeah, we're not even gonna. We're just gonna. Yeah, we're not even gonna do the what up, and all that. We're just gonna nonchalantly just roll into all this.
Studs,
studs and duds. Here we go. QBs. All right, here we go. We are jumping over to the QB studs and duds.
Studs.
And of course, biggest stud of the week, Patrick Mahomes.
Stud.
Someone asked earlier, is he the front runner for the MVP right now? What do you think?
It's probably him, Tua, Tyreek. Like those, that's the conversation probably.
424 on the yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 INT, 42 points, 42 and some change.
Stood.
Lamar Jackson killing it. 357, 3 touchdowns, had the touchdown, the rushing touchdown on the ground to start the game, get the mojo flowing. 38
It's crazy.
points.
He had 250 passing by the second quarter or the end of the second quarter. So, you know, kind of tapered off a little bit there considering, but yeah, hell yeah. Stood.
Minshew. Woo!
Come on.
Killing it.
He always does this to the terrible matchups too. Like, you know what I mean? Like in a bad matchup against, he's like, oh, my beer.
300 through the air, 2 touchdowns through the air, rushing touchdowns, 2 of them, only 29 yards rushing, didn't matter. It was right when he counted. 29 total points.
Love the Ginsu.
Killing it. Josh Allen right in there at QB4 with 28 points. Jalen Hurts, he had 3 touchdowns as well, 27 points. Tyrod Taylor coming in at QB6. I don't think anybody saw that one coming. 279 and 2 touchdowns.
That's how bad it was this week.
Yeah.
But that's a hell of a game, though. 270. Only almost threw for 300, and he got 2 in there and played a clean game, too.
Because you got McCorkle Jones here at QB7, 272 and 2 touchdowns, 24 points. Jordan Love and T-Law. I mean, let's see. Did T-Law get over 20 points? Yeah, 20.06. So Jordan Love and T-Law, the last ones getting over 20 points here. And so that's QB 7, 8, 9. So only the top 9 QBs scored over 20 points. That's pretty bad on a week. Usually have way more than that. All right. And this is everybody's least most favorite time if you played these guys, and it's your favorite time if you went against them because we get to talk shit about them. I don't care if it's by injury or not. If you come with negative points, we're backing up the truck on your ass, Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Good.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Run him over with the truck.
Brian Hoyer, 129, no touchdowns, 3 points. I know a lot of people weren't banking on him, but that was ugly. PJ Walker, nobody was banking on him, but he got more points than Brian Hoyer. That's what's crazy, who played an entire game. PJ Walker played at least a half.
Where was the revenge game, Hoyer?
This was the bad one here from Jared Goffel. Your 8 points. 284 on the yardage, 1 INT. Ugly.
Still 1 for yard, but
yeah, couldn't even put together double-digit points. And then everybody else kind of just wrapped up in the middle there. A lot of blog games.
What about the tea bags? Where'd the tea bags come in?
Tea bags was
good old tea bagging.
Where is it? 15 points, 162 yards, and a tug.
Better than Watson.
4 yards on the ground.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's terrible.
Tea bags.
And Tino said that is a down week. Hell yeah, really down week for QBs. It was very ugly. Very ugly. Not really too many trash quarterbacks, but a lot of just middle of the road ones where, you know, kind of didn't really help you, didn't really hurt you. But yeah, real blah games. And Chewy said with Thielen coming back off a bye week, who do you put as the wide receiver 2, Thielen or Terry? Thielen, man. Come on. He's been killing it.
Yep.
And Philly
I hope they don't. I hope he doesn't like come out of this bye week, Bryce Young, and like all of a sudden he can like move the ball around and spread it around and shit like that. Because like they are talking about they're gonna change the play calling, the play caller, like Frank Reich said, he's giving up the play calling duties to the OC. So let's just hope that like he doesn't just because I feel like I liked what they were doing. It's just hey, throw it to Thielen.
Yeah,
that's just their game plan.
Yeah, you
they
guys got
using like a tight end. It's a big slot.
You guys got the script. Let's execute it. All right, let's jump over to the RBs.
Studs.
All right, we are jumping in to the RBs here. Starting off with the studs. Foreman. Donta Foreman. 33 points, 89 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, 3 for 31 through the air, and a touchdown.
Love it.
Number one on the week. Alvin Kamara. What the hell? 12 receptions. I mean, going back to the first game that he came back. Man, why can't he do it every week? They got Indy.
I mean, he can. It's Derek Carr. Derek Carr is like a real vagina. He just goes short like majority of the time.
Gibbs with 28 points, 9 receptions, 68 yards rushing, had the touchdown as well. 20-plus yarder for him, cracking off that touchdown. Travis Etienne, 23 points. That's good enough for RB4 this week. Not the best on the yards, but 2 touchdowns. Gus Edwards, 140 combined yards, touchdown as well.
I mean, you get the 80-yard little dump off, and I was shitting on Gus Edwards everywhere this week.
Yeah, because he only had the one for 80. That's where the 140 total yards came in from. JT finishing as RB6 and is the last running back over 20 points here.
And good shit, man. Shout out to JT. He did it against the Browns.
Yeah, had his touchdown, had his 3 receptions for 45 yards. Some honorable mentions on the week. James Cook with 19, Barkley with 18, Ford 17, Pacheco 16, Rashad White 16, Kareem Hunt and Najee 15, Stevens.
Let's go, Najee. Just do it. I'm so excited that he had 15 points.
Darrell Henderson, not too shabby.
Let's go double barrel or single barrel.
14,
single barrel.
14 for someone you picked up off the scrap and started potentially. But now let's get to where it starts to get ugly. In the duds part of this.
Duds.
Where is it? Who are we starting with? Of course, it's Bijan Robinson.
God,
played the entire game. Played 3 snaps only. 3 yards.
My goddamn dumb truck on his ass. And you know what? He's been really fucking lackluster. Like, just all together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, you know, it's really annoying. Ritter actually is a vulture down there in the red zone.
This definitely is one of the biggest duds on the week, and that's Austin Eckler with his 6 points.
Good.
Man, Raheem Mostert, I know that they were going against the Eagles, but there's a lot of people who were like, just had to start him no matter what, and he was a dud with his 6 points.
Damn. Fucking A.
Josh Jacobs, we thought he was going to continue the streak of RBs doing good against the Bears, but oh no, he don't. 7 points.
Okay. Josh Jacobs. That's my cousin legit, though, so shout out to my cousin.
We got another B-Rob over here. B-Rob the Mob. You couldn't even get double-digit points after scoring a touchdown. Big old dump truck.
We're okay with it.
I mean, it could have been worse, but he still dudded us.
I just love him so much.
You don't throw up a 10.
Drop.
Aaron Jones couldn't even throw up 10 points either. Big old dud on the week.
Oh, I'm just like Aaron Jones. I'm just fading him, bro. I faded him in a lot of the drafts. I had him in a couple dynasty spots. Outside of that, it just sucks for the run game there. You know?
Yeah, it's all bad all the way around. And what sucks is like for people who are desperate, you can't not start him.
Yeah, and it sucks that he has this name value attached to him. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's just the amount of running backs that have died, and that as well.
That's a good point. What did AJ Dillon do? Did he do anything better than Aaron Jones this week? Because that was a matchup right there, but that's why that's so disappointing.
He had 12 points.
Okay.
Yeah, he had 90 something yards total.
See what I'm saying?
Aaron Jones had 50 something yards. He got more work. Dillon got like double the amount of rushes that Aaron Jones got, so still was on some kind of a snap count.
There. I was gonna say. I mean, I guess if you were to combine them, that's a hell of a rushing day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, station, just form into one. That's what we want.
Who was playing the station? What's the fun fact? Who's playing the station? Like there was an actor.
I do not remember.
Remember, you're the one that brought it up. I was like, fuck.
Oh well, the short
the little guy, like somebody.
Yeah, that Warwick something, the guy who was the leprechaun, right?
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know who the big station was because I'm sure they had someone different.
Station.
Station. All right. Here we go.
Hey, Death wasn't that smart, huh?
No. Not good at board games either.
You sunk my battleship.
Really bad at board games.
Like, why is that the challenge?
Well, that's what they chose.
Oh, okay.
They got to choose, and they chose board games.
I always thought that room was trippy when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Just like this nothingness.
Pretty trippy game room. All right, here we go. Let's jump over to the wide receivers.
Studs.
Here we go. Wide receiver action. And of course, AJ Brown, top of the charts. Again, he's been killing it.
Stud.
Only wide receiver flirting. Well, 29.7. So I guess he technically didn't even get over 30 either. But 137 yards, 10 receptions, had the touchdown as well.
Damn, he's on a streak here. The yardage streak.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't. What's that? 5 games in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep,
5.
Yep,
over 125 at least.
Over 127.
Hoo.
There we go. Had 3 touchdowns along the way. And the only game that he went below 20 points over the last 5 games was when he went 6 for 127. He went just 1.3 points below the 20. So he's been on a tear. He's been on a tear. He's what would you say, better or worse than last year at this point?
Way better. You remember last year how frustrating it was?
Early it was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And he wasn't getting the targets like he is right now. Like I mean, just over the last 5 games, the least amount of targets that he's had is 8. And in the entire season, the least amount that he had was 6. And that was just in week 2. Double digits in all but 3 games.
That was the Minnesota game?
Yeah.
Yeah, week 2.
And Tyreek the Freak, of course, just continuing to do what he does. 11 for 88. So it wasn't the most top heavy with his rushes or with his receptions, but it doesn't matter. 11 of those things still finished with almost 26 points.
He had was that a 20-something yarder called back? A 20-something yard house call?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Was it that big? Pause.
I can't remember what the house call was. I think it was 30.
Okay. See, I was undershooting it. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Stupid fucking hold. Who is it? Somebody.
And Tino said worst trade of all time, AJ Brown. I mean, it's crazy that they didn't want to pay him because he's showing right now that he's worth every penny of whatever anyone's going to pay him.
And that's what sucks is that, like, Mike Vrabel comes from New England, the New England, fucking mindset. Even though he didn't coach under Belichick, he played under him. And, like, they straight up were not going to pay him.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, you remember the whole, whereas Debo's mom,
Yeah.
She's filming the kid, her grandbaby, but in the background, you hear Debo on the phone with AJ Brown. Who you talking to, baby? Oh, it's AJ. Oh, the one you got drafted with? Yeah, same class, mom. And then you hear AJ, man, they ain't even trying to pay me, blood. Like he said, word. He said, fuck, man. He's like, but at least they gave you an offer. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fuck that offer. He said something like that. Like, yeah. And then they traded his ass. And what's funny is that he blows up that first week for week 1 last year. He did his thing for the Eagles before he went on a kind of little dry spell there, right? But he blew up week 1. They fired that GM for Tennessee, like after that game.
Hell yeah.
Right?
He's done. He's always getting hurt, all this type of shit or whatever. But and that's crazy, Elias. Yeah, Tyreek did drop a touchdown that should have been would have been like a 25-yarder or some shit like that. He would have been number one.
That was a very, very uncharacteristic drop.
He would have been number 1 on the week had he came down with that one.
And that 88 yards is not pacing for 2,000. While you're not fucking. I think he was like pacing.
He's still pay. I did the math this morning. Okay. He's still pacing for 21 and some change.
Okay, let's go. Never mind. I retract my statement. Let's get that MVP.
And Puka, talk about killing it. Him and Cup roles reversed. 8 receptions, 154 yards.
How many times people ask if they're gonna start Puka this week?
Oh, this week?
Yeah, remember? No, last week, this past week.
Oh yeah,
people. Do I start Puka? Like, hey, play Puka. What the fuck? He's getting 11 targets. Like he hasn't gotten no less than 11 targets in the game with Cup back. So let's go.
Josh Downs killing it. And a lot of it was that fluky touchdown, but he still finished with 5 receptions, 125 yards and a tug. Amon Ra, 19 targets. 13 of them he came down with 102, 23 points.
Love it.
Josh Palmer, 5 for 133, 20 points. Mike Evans, 6 for 82 and a tug, 20 points. Jacoby Myers, 7 for 50 and a tug, 20
My baloney has a first name.
And Cortland Sutton, 6 for 76 and a tug. Those are all your studs for the week. All the guys who cracked over 20. And let me see how many.
Talk about Cortland Sutton in a sec here.
8, 9, the top 9.
Cortland Sutton, he's the guy. Like, you just start him. It's ugly, but you just start him.
Yeah, it's not going to be Judy. It's definitely not going to be any of their tight ends. Their running backs are all eating into each other. And like literally Cortland Sutton, Russ isn't even a startable commodity. Cortland Sutton's the only one who's like, you're starting him at least at the flex.
Oh my God, Russ is new Derek Carr.
It's ugly. And over the next, we got no bye weeks this next week for Halloween. But then it's like 3 weeks in a row, I think 3 or 4 weeks in a row where we have 4 teams per week on the bye.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. That's a good drop.
Yeah, we need that. Ooh, for like DJ Moore and shit.
Yeah.
Or any of the Moores.
Any more. Yeah, there's a lot of Moores.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
And honorable mentions, Bobo. 18
oh, shit, that's my boy.
Kirk, 18 points. Diggs, 18 points. MVS, Bourne, Rice, all 17 points. Pittman, JSN, Pickens, 16 points. And Scary Terry McLaurin, 15 points.
Thank you, Terry. We needed that at least.
Yeah, Carrie carries a nice floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you just start him. He's flex worthy,
Carrie or Cortland Sutton. We're gonna get that this week. Watch.
You know what? That's gonna be funny if that's like one of the most asked questions.
We're gonna get a lot of Cortland Sutton or not, because I think it takes 7 weeks to be like, oh shit, he's doing his thing.
Yeah. All right, 1 sec, and then we're gonna hit the duds for the wide receivers.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I hear a dump truck where Bogey was at also. And Elias said Pickens or Deontay rest of season. Yeah, I think I'm still leaning on the Deontay side. All right. And Tina said Titans got picks for AJ. They got robbed. Hell yeah. They totally, I mean, they messed that up good. They messed that up good. Because, yeah, they really thought Burks was about to be, AJ Brown.
Right? They got out in that mini cam and he was like, oh, where's my inhaler? Like, this fucking guy has asthma.
All right. Let's get over to these wide receiver duds now. Who do we got here? Who we starting off with? Let's see.
Duds. Oh my God.
Come on, of course. The biggest dud on the week, Calvin Ridley.
Ah, God, that son of a bitch.
Come on.
He just keeps doing it to us.
One reception for 5 yards. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Gabe Davis, he's back to his old ways.
Get the fuck out of here.
1 for 6. Oh man, come on, everyone. Where are you guys at for Kadarius Toney? 1 reception, 13 yards.
You know, that's usually your Kadarius Toney line, right? The stat line, but he'll have like a tug.
Quentin Johnston, because I know there's still people out there. Starting him 1 for 20.
Come on. Brr.
Wandale, after you gave us a little bit of hope, 1 for 22 when Tyrod is balling the way that he was.
270 yards and only 22 of them was for him. Fuck that.
On. Let's see. Who else do we got here? Come on, Amari the Pooper Scooper.
Oh, come on. He's the scoop and the poop.
2 for 22. Christian Watson, just as bad, 3 for 27. What up, JPZ? JPZ in the house.
What up, JPs?
And Elias said, nah, Danny Dumbass going to force feed Wandale. Man, I mean, Tyrod did last week. Not this week, though.
I think they're better without Danny Dumbass.
They look like it. Curtis Samuel, 4 for 25. The entire Washington. We can back the truck up on their entire fucking offense. Cooper Kupp. 2 for 29.
Not Cooper Kupp like.
Tyler Lockett, 4 for 38. Ugly.
And he always kills Arizona. Not yesterday.
Marquise Brown, 3 for 49, 8 points. And just like what I told you guys, come on.
It's funny because I had Hollywood in 2 spots and I traded them so fast. Like week 3, I was like, yes, this is time.
Devonta Smith, 4 for 49.
That's like the best game he's had in a while.
I know. Dotson, it's crazy. This is like the best game he's had in a while, but 9 points is still not good enough. Get to double digits, damn it.
Has he ever done it yet?
This year, I don't think he's got it.
No, huh?
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, he had a bunch of like 2 touchdowns
versus Philly. It was the touchdown versus Philly.
Okay.
It's ugly.
Yeah, let's kill him.
Oh man. And JJ, which reminds me, thank you for talking me into playing more over Brown.
Got you. It's funny too, because I always make a case for both sides. I remember that when I was like, well, you know, Hollywood is getting the target, but man, you just play DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Like it's the Raiders. The Raiders is a soft matchup. Like Seattle was an actual good defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly for both guys, but at least Moore got you in double-digit points and wasn't one of the duds.
Yeah, and if that's a couple points that you needed, if that was the margin you need to get you a W, well, we made the right choice, and that's what it's about.
Oh, yeah. All right. Adam Schefter says CMC will play tonight. Did not hear what capacity or anything like that, but he will play.
That's awesome.
They say. Let's go. All right, and we're gonna jump over to the Overreaction Monday. Emil said, "Is Puka the wide receiver 1 in LA?"
No.
Nope.
1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, you know, when Cooper Kupp went crazy that year, 21, right? Robert Woods went down. OBJ took him a while to get acclimated. You know, and you can go back to when it was him and Robert Woods all those years. They're the 1A, 1B. And, you know, they kind of ate into each other. That's the worst case scenarios that, like, you know what I mean, makes them like, you know, WR2s. But, you know, this is a different case. It's really just concentrated between two guys. I think they just really game plan. I mean, we've been saying this too, right? The number one options have been eaten against the Steelers. I feel like, you know what I mean, this week they tried to change that and take away Kupp, and then lo and behold,
it's insane how much rushing there was in that game for the Rams. I mean, Henderson had 18 carries and Royce Freeman had 12. Like it was,
and they said it too, huh? They said, "Listen, we're gonna give both these motherfuckers a hell of a run here."
Yeah, and it's crazy. And Evans, like that's what's funny is like, man, Evans, he was just like the guy like all week and like everything like that, and McVay was very sneaky.
I'll give you Mac Jones for B-Rob in the Green Bowl.
Probably not.
Okay.
I should have just traded you for Evans when I had the chance.
I said, hurry up.
You're welcome.
I said, hurry up.
You're welcome. I know.
Hurry up before I regret it.
I should have.
I regretted it like a second after I sent that text. Let me take that down.
You're welcome. Because there was at one point where I could have hit accept and I didn't. All right. Here we go.
Mac Jones is on the block.
Oh man, and Elias said that guy that picked up Evans, dude's mad as hell. He said, "Luckily, I picked up Darrell Henderson." Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's jump over to the tight ends. Spend a couple seconds over there. Here we go. We can't ignore the tight end. And here we go with the tight ends. And there is only one. There can only be one tight end, and that is Kelsey. Oh, man. Just again and again and again. For everyone who asked us, should you trade Kelsey away? And we said no. And you guys were like, oh, that's it? Just no? You're not going to do it? Like, this is why you don't trade Kelsey away, okay? 13 targets, 12 receptions, 179 yards, and another touchdown. That's 4 on the year for him. 525 on the yards through 7 games, and he's only played 6.
That's pretty good, huh?
He's not had one single digit game at tight end. He's only had one game where he's gone below 13 points. Well, how about this? He's only had 2 games where he's gone below 14 points. Every other game, 19 points.
So Taylor Swift probably got it. Her box is probably okay, huh?
I mean, in the beginning, you know, there's these 4 for 26 performances.
Maybe she hasn't even gave him the box yet.
Dino said, hey, isn't that Taylor Swift's boyfriend? That it is. Kelsey Swift. Travis Swift.
Yeah, I know that guy. Just put him on the map.
Will said, Kelsey, that the tight end who's dating the flat end one? He is pretty flat.
Hey, she is, though, bro. Even my girl, she's like, she's so whack. I'm like, right? She's like, she's fucking whack.
Yeah.
Even she's annoyed by it. She's like, why the fuck do they always have to show her? I'm like, right? But I'm like, you know what? It's working, though.
She's popular.
I'm such a Taylor Swift fan now.
Hey, I mean, if Kelsey can keep getting us games where he's throwing up over 100 yards, a touchdown, 10 receptions, you know, like
he basically made up for the game he missed. He's like, let me just get like almost 200 yards in this one.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And we need more. We need more out of you, Kelsey. Taylor Swift expects a lot out of you. All right, multiple tight ends over 20 points this week. This was for tight end appreciation week. I mean, tight ends were going off. Darren Waller, 23 points, 7 for 98 and a touchdown. What world are we living in right now? Mark Andrews, 4 for 63, 2 touchdowns, 22 points.
Look at the top 3. It's so 2019.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Taking it back.
What we gonna do right here is go back.
Way back.
Back into time.
And shit. Goddard, 19 points, 5 for 77. Kincaid, back from the dead, 8 from 75. Taysom Hill, what? 4 for 50. So he actually had some tight end receiving stats. And he also mixed in 18 yards rushing with a tug on the ground.
Derek Carr sucks.
Those are all your tight ends. Over 15 points. That's 2, 4. That's 6 tight ends over 15 points. That's kind of insane for a tight end week.
It is tight end appreciation week.
Yeah.
Appreciate them.
Gerald Everett got his tug. Laporta got his 6 for 52. Very blah, but at least he's right around 10 points.
That's
Logan Thomas got his 4 for 51, still in the top 10. It's ugly. It's ugly out here for the tight end.
Kate Otten
got 9 points, 5 for 43.
Look at that. Better than Logan Thomas.
Let's see. Any trash that we need to
all the rest of them.
Let's see. Anybody who we were big banking on.
And you think Kid
got 5. Ertz got 5. I mean, those were, I'd say, the duds of the week there.
How about Jorge and Hawk tonight? You think they get in? They sneak get in this thing?
In over 10 points, yes. I don't know if they'll be the guys getting over 15 points. Because really hard to score touchdowns on the 49ers for the tight ends, but if Hawkinson somehow, squeezes his way into a touchdown, I think he'll be in that in the 15 and above.
Yeah, I feel like he's like a 6 for 60 guy if he gets a tuggies in there.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna go crazy with the A dot or anything, but yeah, 5 for 55 maybe.
There you go.
And
yeah, what you think for Kittle?
Man, just because I want Kittle to ball out, come on, man. We need him with no Debo, CMC being nicked up. This has got to be one of those games where he's like 7 for 110 and like 2 touchdowns.
This is interesting because Shanahan, he'll have it built into the game plan, like the strength of their personnel at the moment. So I'm expecting like some decent utilization for Jorge.
Elias, even bigger hopes than me. He said Kittle's gone for 150 and 3 tutties.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
If I say it, might jinx it.
What up, Song? He said, I need CMC to score over 23 points tonight, half PPR to win in my home league. Let's get it.
Make the phone call.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Shout out to my guy Song. Shout out to the gang.
All right, here we go. One bong load here. And then we're going to get in. We're going to do team defense real quick. And then we're going to jump into all the IDPs.
Studs.
And even team defense. Like, you know what? We're not even going to do team defense because fuck them.
Fuck them.
We'll just do the waiver stuff for team D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just going to jump into the IDPs, into the DLs. Start there.
You remember Guts?
That was a Nickelodeon game, right?
Yeah, the little game show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they would always be like Guts. That was like the little drop that were like they would just drop that shit all the time. Guts.
Yeah. Man, you know what drop that we need to get? I don't even know how this was related, but I know you remember the Rush Hour Renegades.
Yep. Rush Hour Renegades.
Coming at you.
Coming at you. Where's that from, bro?
Full House.
Oh, that's right. I was like, how the fuck do I know that?
It was Jesse and Joey.
It was a little radio show.
Hell yeah.
Remember he got locked in the studio?
Yeah.
The light is on.
Like, oh, we just got to turn the light off. They came in right away. They were just waiting for that light to turn off.
That motherfucking light. Then they all got locked in there. No.
And JJM said, remember the hype from Luke Musgrave? Oh, yeah. Come on, man. We're the ones who tried to pump the brakes on a lot of this rookie hype for a lot of people.
I mean, even in the matchup last week when people was asking, oh, do I start Luke Musgrave? He was like a popular like streaming option. I don't know. Nah.
It's not worth it.
Nah.
Just not worth it. All right.
Studs.
Here we go. Let's jump over to the DLs. Here we go. This one we will open it up regular. What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
Studs.
Yeah. We're talking IDP studs and duds. If you found this video because you were searching IDP on YouTube, smash that subscribe button because you know that there are very few content creators bringing you IDP content. We're bringing it to you weekly. And we're getting into the DL.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dang it, Bogey. That was your cue. I said, we're getting into the DL.
Oh, studs.
There we go.
My bad. Take two.
Man, Myles Garrett. Whoo, he's killing it. 44 total points here. Insane. 9 total tackles. Like, that's something I've never seen. I don't know if I've ever seen him put up 9 tackles in a game.
They kept trying to run it up the gut on them.
Yeah, I've seen 2 sacks before. I've seen 2 forced fumbles in the game.
I've
from
seen
him.
4 sacks before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying the 2 and 2, that's what he got this past week. That's why I mentioned those numbers specifically. 9 total tackles, 44 points. He might be, number one overall in IDP 123 with IDP 123 scoring.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker, Michael Hoyt, man, had such promise. Usually sucking, but somehow 7 total tackles, that's 2 sacks, forced fumble. Big game for him. Mm-hmm. I don't really recommend picking him up, but he was definitely a stud for this week.
Funny because he's one of those guys I didn't cut like hella.
Yeah,
I cut him everywhere. I had him everywhere just because like the thought of he might be like, when they got rid of Leonard Floyd, and you know what I mean. I was like, okay, who else are they gonna have coming off this edge here?
Exactly. Bradley Chubb, man, he's killing it. Very, very inconsistent, but the last 3 weeks he's kind of been on a little bit of a tear. Yeah. And 3 sacks just in the last 2 games, 2 forced fumbles in the last 2 games. They got New England and KC over the next 2 weeks before the bye week. So Bradley Chubb might not be a bad ad if he's available to go up against McCorkle.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. They're playing against the Chiefs. We're gonna see his little Tyreek revenge game.
Yeah, there we go. Hell
I'm
yeah.
all about
it. Dexter Lawrence, very, very off over the last couple weeks, but you just start everybody versus Washington, like every single pass rusher versus Washington. You just start them. 26 points, 2 sacks for the kid. Chase Young, what? He wasn't was not so much of a mascot yesterday. 26 points, 2 sacks.
Look at those last 2. Dexter Lawrence, Chase Young. Dexter Lawrence against Washington leads the league in giving up sacks to the ass. Number 2 behind them, the Giants.
There we go.
Chase Young in that ass.
Gotta play them. Gotta play everybody versus all your linemen and edge rushers. I gotta play them versus those 2 teams.
Yep.
Kyle Van Noy. He's the last 2 weeks he's been in double-digit points. Didn't do much before. 2 sacks. Played 33 total snaps. So I don't know. I don't even know if that was good enough
for the Ravens, bro.
Yeah,
that's dope, actually.
1 second, be right back.
Yeah, do your thing. They're over here doing some kind of crazy construction a couple houses down. They got like a crane thing over there. They're doing something on like their fucking solar panels or something. It's just crazy. All right. I'm fascinated by machinery. Look at they're backing up the dump truck on somebody right now.
Yeah, there we go. See? It's just something you got to do on this Overreaction Monday.
We're getting into the duds.
All right, let's see. Who else we got here? Some honorable mentions. Shaq Barrett, Josh Sweat, Jalen Phillips, Montez Sweat, both Sweats up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brothers, correct?
Let me see.
We've looked this up before, yeah.
No, we have.
The Sweat Boys. Pause.
Let me see. They are not related.
Oh,
not related. No relation. Now we'll just remember that. No relation.
When they play each other, they probably switch jerseys though. Hey, yo, let me get that jersey, bro. Hey, do you see? I forget it was the lineman for Tampa Bay, like last week after they wear the creamsicles.
Yeah, he told them
not. Get that jersey, bro. He's like, nah, bro. I can't even do it, bro. You see how hard this shit is? That shit is not that hard, man. I do like it though. I like it because people don't like it, actually.
Let's see. Anybody? Ooh, Greg Russo, 2 points. You definitely get the truck back. Come on, man. Come on. We need more.
Son of a bitch.
We need more out of you. Why do you only play 30 snaps? What the shit is that? Did you get hurt?
I don't get that. I was looking at that this morning. Like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
I mean, the game was like out. I mean, okay, I get it. When you're losing, maybe the pass rush isn't coming as ferocious, but I didn't get that. I mean,
yeah, even Epineza. Man, come on. 3 points.
And you're playing Mac Jones in that line. Everyone should have been sacks to the ass, bro.
Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa amongst the same elk there.
Hit that motherfucker.
Let's see. Nick Benito. Come on, man. 4 points. We need more. Alex Highsmith. Come on. We need more. Let's see. Who else? Anybody else?
Trade for Alex Highsmith right now.
Thule. Come on. Josh Allen. Come on.
Oh, the black Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's about it for the studs and duds for the
hit the drop for one more time for good measure. Yeah,
just for all you guys, just remember we will do it. We will back the truck up on your ass.
We're at the dump.
All right, and Golden State 49er, what up? He said, would y'all play Elijah Mitchell or Brandon Powell? Mitchell. And Will Power said they ran away from Aaron Donald and straight to Hoyt. Yeah, monster game for him. Hell yeah. I mean, that's one of the benefits about playing with Aaron Donald, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, everyone's gonna be looking for him every time. Triple teaming him.
Remember, that was one of the first things you ever asked me too. We were on like one of them IDP forums or whatever it was on a Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Bogey, what do you think? What's your some of your strategies here in IDP? I get Leonard Floyd.
I was like, who the fuck is Leonard Floyd? And it's funny,
like,
and
I get the guy who's opposite the guy.
And I'd already
get all the attention.
I'd been building this crazy like IDP, like this whole thing like that had like 4 years of like info and all that. And Leonard Floyd was one of those guys who he was on there as well.
Profiled him.
Still didn't know who the hell he was. He was so low on the list.
I fucking love you, Leonard Floyd. And I was like, he's been doing this shit since he was with Chicago. You know what I mean? Just boom. There's Khalil Mack, takes all the attention away. Here's Leonard Floyd making noise. You know what I mean? Vic Fangio. Obviously, so you can make a case there, like, oh, Vic Fangio's pass rush, but then he goes to the Rams, and I'm like, oh shit, now it's not a crazy ass edge rusher opposite of him, but it's Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
it's just gonna take all the attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he goes to fucking Buffalo.
Dave said, what are the chances 49ers defense gives me negative points tonight? I'm up 0.7 in one of my matchups. Should I sit them or take the victory?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can play. I mean, I don't think they're getting negative. I mean, I don't know your scoring.
And you're only up 0.7. Like, what if there's a stat correction that happens like somewhere along the way? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Let's jump over to these LBs. Here we go.
Studs.
Right into the LBs. Let's go. Foy Olakun. Man.
Are you not entertained?
He is just a beast. There's no other way to describe him. 14 total tackles. He had the INT. He ran it all the way back for the tug as well. And
Darius Williams tipped it too.
Yeah.
Darius Williams thing. Darius. Whatever.
Yeah. He's always around there. All right. And now for Jerome Baker, who is number 2 on the day, I am going to take a hit out of my Jerome Baker. Here we go. 11 total tackles, had the INT, had the TD. Jerome Baker finally, at least 2 out of the last 3 games. I mean, over 20-point performances. We need that more, though.
I think that was his third on the year, right? Was that his third double-digit or third 20-point outing this year?
Second 20-point outing. Fourth over double digits.
Okay. Yeah, Jerome Baker.
He's had 3 single-digit games, and yeah, we need to see more of these blow-up games. That's what we need to see. And Levante David killing it. 26 points, 13 total tackles. Woo!
Woo!
Tremaine Edmonds, 26 points.
Woo!
Has not gone single digits this entire season. This was the second game over 20 points. Jordan Brooks, man, just killing it. He has not had single-digit games, at any single-digit games for the season, and this was his second over 20 points.
Stood.
He's only scored 1 game below 15 points. Whew, killing it. Ken Murray, man, this guy
got to stop.
On a tear. He's only had 2 bad games for IDP. We take those 2 games away. His lowest point total is 19. He's had 3 games over 20 points so far.
You want to know what's funny here?
Let's hear it.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny, bro. It's almost guaranteed. You say, motherfucker, I'm not gonna pick up your 5th-year option. And he goes, all right, it's time to ball.
Yeah,
literally what happened here.
Got a big chip on the shoulder now.
You won't pay me, someone will. I'll go to the Chiefs next year. Fuck Drew Tranquil.
Yeah, like look how it's working out for Drew. He's like, doesn't matter. He's a backup, and they're about to win the Super Bowl.
And Drew still put up like 16 points in a 1-2-3 because fucking Big Tons had him against me. Like, dang, son of a bitch.
Yeah, and now with a dislocated wrist for what's his name? Who knows? If he for dislocated wrist for Nick Bolton.
What? I missed that. We didn't say that in injuries, did we? I missed that.
That might have been the time when you were off the screen.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yep.
That's the season ender.
Dislocated wrist?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
That's a season ender.
Let's wait to hear more news. But yeah.
The regular season ender at least.
Terrell Bernard, man, as consistent as they come.
Love him.
No less than 24 points over the last 3 weeks. Got Tampa Bay and Cincinnati and Denver next 3 weeks. He's just a set it and forget it starter. Doesn't matter what format.
I love Terrell Bernard because no one fucking knows him, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Zaire Franklin and Bobby Okereke doing their thing. Eric Kendricks, all 3 of those guys, 21 points. The Landman can 20 points.
Let's go. I had to start him in a bunch of places.
Singleton, Devin Lloyd. Yeah, he's the only one worth starting over there. Caden Ellis isn't worth starting.
Nope.
Singleton and Devin Lloyd, 19 points. Roquan, 16. Drew Tranquil, 16. Yeah, if Nick Bolton is out, Drew Tranquil is in. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with everything over there as far as Nick Bolton. He just can't stay healthy this year. It's been all bad.
He plays hard, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there go the LBs. And we're going to jump over to the DBs. And then that's where we're going to finish it up for the day. Let's go.
Duds.
All right. Here we go with our last IDP position. We're going with the DBs. And man, Kenny Moore, he's been killing it over the last 4 games. 34 points. This is a season high. 1.5 sacks. Just real great.
Got him coming off that corner blitz.
10 total tackles. Like, man, he's been on a tear.
Yeah, he's their nickel too. So those tackles, that's his nice. He gets that floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jalen Johnson, here's a name to throw on your radar. So one of the DBs for the Bears, 29 points. He had 2 INTs and the TD. Not too much tackles, so we're probably not going to be chasing this, but, you know, we like putting – guys need to get their flowers when they have their boss games.
It's funny because, remember, I was saying, I was like, Devontae Adams dogs him, but Brian Hoyer, though.
Yeah.
Brian Hoyer, on the other hand.
Well, that was Stevenson that you were talking about, not Johnson. right?
No, I was talking about Jalen Johnson should have been on him. That's what I was
Oh, that
thinking
he
for the
should have
game.
been on him. Okay.
Yeah, like that's what I was assuming, but like they had the rookie on him for real.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh shit, Will Power. We didn't even do the duds on the linebacker. Said number one dud had to be TJ Edwards. Yeah, he didn't do shit yesterday, right?
It was a big old fantasy party for a bunch of them, except for him.
Jordan Poyer finally getting back at it. Only his second game in double digits, but had the sack, had the forced fumble. A lot of tackles out there. Julian Blackman, he's been killing it. He has not gotten single digit points since game number 1. 25 points, had the INT as well. Brisker, finally, we love seeing Brisker above the 20 points. Like, come on, we need to see your
clown.
10 total tackles. Slay got his INT, so he ended up with more than 20 points. Jamel Dean ended up with over 20 points. He had the fumble recovery. Jabril Peppers, man, he's back-to-back 20-point outings.
Let's go.
Been killing it there. St. Just, Benjamin, man, he's been on a tear. Back-to-back 20-point outings. And there you go. There's Stevenson. He did get a shitload of tackles, 21 total points on the game. Tyreek Stevenson for the Bears.
Get him on the radar.
L'Jarius Sneed. Man, we need more. We need back-to-back 20-point games. We need more. And our boy Greg Delpit over here. Hey, Grant Delpit.
Let's go.
10 total tackles, 19 points.
Let's fucking go.
There we go. A lot of boss performances. And let's see here. Matrix Scraper, what up? He said, should I start benching Devonta Smith for guys like Rashee Rice and Cortland Sutton? It's definitely something we should be considering. Sure.
I told you we're going to get a lot more Cortland Sutton questions this week because you can't ignore it.
Yeah.
Or Rice for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, shit. We want guys who are getting the ball often or connected. You know, how about just we want guys who are some kind of consistent? Like, it doesn't even matter what they are. It's not like Rice is like consistently getting 20 points, but if you're consistently being looked at in the end zone by Patrick Mahomes and you're getting like 4 to 6 targets,
you're a flex.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because he's been getting those touchdowns. He's been hitting pay dirt. Kyle Duggar garbage, like Pac-Man Jones would say. Yeah, Kyle Duggar has been pretty bad. Like, he's been around the plays. Like, I see his jersey a lot, but he's not like making the plays. He was really close to getting that interception this past week, but just like really close. Doesn't even get you a pass defended because he didn't even touch the ball. Man, it's ugly. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. A Matrix Scraper. Also, you think Drake London is an every week starter at this point?
Yeah.
Who they got this week?
About 4 weeks for this.
Shit, they got the Titans this week, so
start them.
Got one of the best matchups this week.
Arthur Smith revenge game.
For everybody who caught this on replay, who watched the IDP video, appreciate you guys. And make sure you come back every morning when we do the morning show at 7 o'clock West Coast time, 10 Eastern as the start time. And yeah, everybody, I need the 420 crew to go show love and go hit the automatic downloads in podcast form. If you go to hustlerpod.com, you will get there. You can click on any podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, like whatever, like literally every single podcast platform is there. You go to hustlerpod.com, then you click whatever podcast platform you listen to. It's going to pull up the show. You hit the automatic downloads. You leave us a review if you're on Apple. You leave us a 5-star review if you're on Spotify as well. Leave us a written review on Apple. We'll read it out. And I need everyone to go like all the uploaded videos as well. I'm going to start editing the videos as soon as we get off of here. Go throw them up. And yeah, go hit the like button for all those.
Studs.
Bogey, let them know.
Hey, just find me. The earth is my turf. Universe, give me money. Week 7, Monday night closer, give me money. Shout out to the gang. Check me out on all streaming platforms. Bogard Scott free, dropping new music every week. Let's go.
Hell yeah. And hey, Bogey, what happened to peace?
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.